Hello. Economic patriotism, standing firm on national values, even even when it challenges personal interests. I don't think person will say, "Who are we boga wutie mi ne? Who are what to kwanya and they will ni Ghana na wutie mi ne?" Mami hu enokure mu. Are you happy, say that is aba form na Ghana ageni Cedis na kosoro? So we are happy about it, yeah. Cedis, Ghanaian Cedis versus dollars. So we are happy about it, yeah. Mbacho mami. Now in this video, no, me pese na ye kasafa enema bi ho a matransi ahwe ana me hu se how Burkina Faso for eye o monema no. Ye nyina ye ne gese pese ye biye. Ye nyina ye ne gese bisi Ghana. But mami nka wasembi. Eye hard. Eye so hard say ne ekoso Burkina Faso no ebetime si wa Ghana. Mami nchire mu ha ansa ya hyase. Nya botere mami. First of all, ye ba political system wa ye ndi use democracy. Enontino once you use democracy no, edin say the ekoso Burkina Faso no ebetima ye. 2, your 5 points bia. The best 4 points bia me person na me no mi no ye trans ne ye kasafa ho. Na yetimi ehu 4 points yi na se me no mi ne ye te ase a ho ne betimi agina so as a strategy a me meti ase eni se msi me hu ne ma no se yen as a Ghanaians no yetimi trase ne yetimi use sa first levels of strategy a me pese ye kasafa ho na ye betimi aidai arichi babia Burkina Faso fodro no abra still na no metima ka say ye be maintain a democracy. Rest assured. Intimisra was any day nyabotre na ye nyina nyem pension yenka ho nokore ana medi nka hyase me kan say are you happy say so what to kwan we boga wo fie ndie wo de ndie different o question different obi oye boga bia o TOS o mami hu no comment section ase seche na beti a mami kan nokore no are you happy say that is echo form na CDC kosoro. Ye mame no so amofie ne papa no amofie mo ye business for mo so mo ye happy if you sabe o so mo tin ye maso go se sika no ekosoro na mutum na ekofo no so national values and interests over personal interests. Muma nyina yentrase na yenhwe sa topic we yi points ya me pese me ne ye kasa ho yenhwe ne yi na beboy because ye pese ye reach Burkina Faso a edin enam kan no edin say ye betima reach wo mo if you say omo no omo ni democracy emu anunti no mo ko omo ni mo no but ye edin say ye betima free democracy mo dia ko omo level no but ye betimi anunti ye hyase. First point me pese ne me no mi no ye kasa fa ho awareness of who we are. Matana se aye pension mu baby ami wey ni titiri US for Americans. Ma menka wasem kakra bi for American for. American for ewo enkofo bi from veterans. Omo a omo ko akon emre bi atwam. Sankofo ye enkofo bi a America da omo akon aso ye papapa. Omo man no e da omo akon aso. Wotimi nka de bi a ombegye watum. De obegye watum na ese wo hu se adekra no kan e bia no kra wo ye de ya e no kra. But still no won defend omo a country. Oko other countries in so the same thing. Oko China say the enyere no. China omu nyina elivu as a one nation. Eno na Burkina Faso for eye ni sabre. Oman Ghana ye ni sade no. Eno tira me say awareness of who we are. Oman Ghana yeti go do so. Ena amanone for no say ye US for ni Canada for ni France for no. Omo nti go do so but omo je omo di say omo so sene ye. Omo nti bo site so. Omo nti diamond so. Omo nti timber so. Omo nti all the natural resources ye wo nyina so. Ezo omo je omo di say omo de omo sika sene ye. Na ye na ehia ye. Nti ne me no mi no pese mi hu se no kwese ehia ya mpa. Woni mi ya adwene se ehia ye. Ye ti gold nso no wontimi edin se obetima calculate the level of sika ye wo no. Because no obetima calculate say quantity a ye wo ya sas na sidie. But wontimi calculate the amount or the value of it. If we say every day be to gold. And they say ye nananom sha say so mu to gold no. Na gold ni eton ba akọ ons say bia 10 Ghana. Ene ye to gold bi 10 Ghana bi. Meaning say Ghana ye osika. Enti no me be say me no mi ne ye twe adwere ba so say ye Ghana for Ghana ye ko history mu a e bebrebe but enye no nti na pese ye ko nemom ade ba ko pe na me pese me de tu enimu say moma ye ko ye nchi ne ko hwede na kane no ye maame nom ne nananom ye nananom ye mpanimfo no matwa me bi atwam no mo ye kane no na edin say wodi wade na ye nanan ko twa omkutim ko dwa ko twa bode de beto kwanchen de bode ahan eto so ana say champon ahan eto so o se me say ko fufuro mu akwakodo na wakoda da mu akotwa bode na beto o bode no beda kwan ho akopem say obekọ no fufuro mu akwakototu akoye ntutuye wo na mfu ase ansa na obefa ko obetimi aboa eja no ato kwanchen obi emfa no sanka but name no me no yes say ye wo level bi a Ghana ye Christian omai Ghana ye Christo mai a Christopher mai but ye hwe krono a ekoso nei na ye hwe krono na ekoso kane na ne na mo na difference ye dey ewo entino awareness of who we are no any ade kra ye wo no me pese ye na ye nya hu se ye Ghana for na ye gitum se ye Ghana for no. The second level me pese ye ko na hana me ni abre ye any implementation on our natural resource. By the way, se no first time I dey share this with sir. Me pacho ye me moa ye madom subscribe mama notification adome bi o notification bell no press no na ye all notification say the be ya every day be me post my thought my life experience me post wo ho say be ye ba obehu na so hu bi na so de ade aye de etu anamo because say ye share your whole life experience ya e kire ye niema ye de share hu kran baby amemete hwe no se meme ne wo hye a wuduru ho a wonte hwe ebepa but ube gina wona so enti subscribe ne like e videos no ye di video ba se hwe na ebo modin se obe dey obe comment so manage se me di dey me so me answer wo utimbe join ye WhatsApp community ho and your Facebook page so ho o follow a ebeboa ye niema bebrebe ti bo modin so obe follow na be share your links so na be kedi one dance acha amanfo na nyine ntu na momom na yenko implementation also na because me diabre economic patriotism no stand firm on values national values no hard ayeja bogani bia wose na ni age se sika no dares no akofo no o de o mame on twere na me ko comment o se bia na bibi o ho a because ayeja ne boga bia o kroma bia no watimi nka bia no mame hu se ni abre se ne dese sika na kofo ma na se enye ne de okay yento aso enti se de misika no din se Ghana ase Ghana no yebetimi ateki decision Burkina Faso ewom sabre efri se de misika no yewo democracy but essence yewo democracy na enieme binti system binti enieme bi a chichire ye nchichire ayese nkosonkoso obi a yedi nkosonkoso ye chain ato na no yewo se o pese wonante a yewo kwan ye faso nante mumman kan sa hise ne yedi nkosonkoso ato ye nan enti si ye pese nante a yewo kwan ye faso nante ofiti prekope tu mirika o abran konso no eye chain egu nan na obeti ahwe na otehwe a utranya onsori bio because otehwe na kobodu ebi so a anase dade ebi so a anase buo bi so a onsori bio sana o man Ghana mene umie no o man Ghana aye eniema bi achechire na sana yema no ansa na ebenya ye self awareness no sana yema no ye huda chain ye invisible unless say what rehwem unless say dey what could see message bi unless say wonya information bi foforo na won so why dey what transit why dey what dwere ho what put you into critical thinking and say what made dey won say bibi da won na wo hu ye because obi can say bi o say o pese who say obi a wakoa usire se o pese hu no se why dey o pese so o pese o be hu se wachechire no wo de na to nkoaso mu a men mani hu no se why dey men hye no regulation bia wontimi hu mani hu no so ye free but wo ni me bi enso so a wo di control no enti basa na wo hu da okay yento aso implementation on our natural resource no me pese kasa fa won free say ye o good bebrebe wo yansa ase so ye tu ni da bia ena no na odi ahin kan na asem bi wo ni program so oni mi so be da ko kasa no say emre bi gold no etimi be helicopter timi be fa gold no na gold no san say mu duro ni ntie ni nti no entimi mpeja nkosoro because weight no kwata timi twe helicopter ne ba fom enti basa na omutimi chem na omudi gold no bia ma dey ambulance wasen ke kofa nkofo mo yale no e kosen kofa yare fo no omudi ma ambulance na ambulance no aye popi no mo yare no omudi ko be so mo de ko enti yeti gold so but yenim de ye kura na ya adwene ma so si ebetimi aye enu ntimi ni umi no ye wasase a ye fertile but yenim se yasase no ye betimi de dua buro na bu yenim se buro so ban so a ye betimi aye dey a processing se ye beyam na di bi be ye more ye di bi be ko fermentation je say ye don no na emu ne produce stage bi no e betimi abaye alcohol ama ye dia dey aye ade aye fuel ana say ye de be ye dey ye de be ye conservation ana say de be cleaning kura enti oman Ghana se ye pese ye di ho ye ti sa chi no ye turu Americana a level na me kan no a 4 level ni aba de fifo ano e ho ni miriketo no de duru abeti ase nti na me se afi no be share video no nyabotre ni ti ni ye ewi ya me de line ken betum Mr. Ferguson so wa on so be kan de enti mo man implement on the our natural resource no mo man take action baby ya wonim die wo baby ya wo passion e wo no ko ne ko implement se good no agodie no ene me ma wo no da yi business opportunity e ade ne da makoma so ampese me ye but me dey chew how many times ena would birthday first na wo ye fiancé na na wawade de ana on say fiancé time de ana wo che ne ma bebrebe munya wale pa na watana fa ako I don't know say won't say dia no me hu how many times na akoto ring ana so akoto GWS ye asumade ne ade tama na misua no na yo papa bi na me nyonkwa na me ndi agropa no papa no to good no to ototo good na one dey so no to good na no attending into ranks say dwuma de na free Ghana se wo kra na omo no so bio meni umi no ye betimi apɛ obi a oyɛ artist obi te sɛ boy ya oyɛ artist ya oyɛ pencil ayi me yira finidin ye wo so many people omo ya de wo art wo ho ko hwehwe omo kyera kwan mo indication na emomo draw rings no munya somade different types Ghana your Ghana flag your style wetima ya asmade across style na what you so good no na wo dia ye en consume machine bia kesi bia uwi a esan say made in Ghana no value wo msene bibia entinye se good no government na mesi machine emaye na yefanye dey yenye refinery wo me and you ye betimi aye ye small way first na kan no ye come say omo no me blacksmith ni adade no omo ye no blacksmith way na obetima na ni good no na wa ye o rings no enye fete send the factory de rekora na eno na ye unique na se bia nso so price iti mama 1 point the aka de bi akire no ye di beba mumma ye implement wo natural resource oil ene yakoshia oil na ketu oil na ke de beko ba fufuro no makoye refinery nyame adom individuals bi mu etima trans so mbaye de omo abebie oil refinery said de Mr. Aliko Dangote no Nigeria no at the moment Aliko Dangote sha asese we de obie oil refinery no Nigeria for adi omo every importation of oil can say the carburant the egukem basa na sika oman na also mo de kofa ne ma no akam on fan kofa no yento aso because an empese nyina na ye share ade no because ade bi a ye kan say oman ne meye yi na ye de nya koto government so ye de nya koto individual bi foforo bi so na ye yire fi say enso kra so ye kan ho bi the entire man many person me no kasa sase mo no because of say nanati e de ade bi beto ho na ye mango e wo so manya na amango na brama se wotum se ye abro so a enche bese obi twira ase nanati bomodian se ministers no aso bete into one of some comment here me no me ni betimi aye ehu ya se ministers no e sote oh nani je nana ti kura so be comment asem no e ma nani je but say ye beko further ne de enyanko be bia there's time for everything inshallah eti dem pese me ne o chere se implementation no enye capital bia akesi bi pick one natural resource nehwe how a obetima implement gold de media amount ya ko agriculture de a ene bebrebe ebinum abusuamu obi opapa ye ayi won say say omo ye weather ne ade no dro bibi ne ne opapa ntana na mo hwese mo betimi adizani bibi a connected minds Mr. Derek bebe obi amecha no oni woman bia ye video o se no papa shoemaker o decide say your papa ye no o be taking it to another level enti upon all the schools no where they oba no ehia se so be shoemaker no na o tie sa story na nwanwa but sometimes we na ye tie sa story shim na ya na enim say omo ye heroes ya na enim say omo de nyame ehira omo different omo de muso no continue omo atimi ayedi ayama na ye no but not knowing say me no me no yet no ye the same people like them see just say ye be hu say ye be dey ye ni be hu so awareness say ye capable, we have the possibility, possible and ability, the power to create, you know. Yani ye refi ho. Ena no na obi ka bibia na me no obi di nkomo. Ena so hwe bibi. E wan na me kan asomesi. Ano senior. Na sa won so so yes. Obetimi aye na dey. So betimi ateki sa in charge na why sa dey ya okay. But me dey tam no bu some information me dey many kwato obi foforo so we na eye onye onko no. But ade bia me so metimi aye bi enye se meji nipa na djuma aye de but me so metimi aye bi okay me tell so yeah it's true. It is ye ka se yam bi di factories ya ye di na kwato government so ye ka se obi school a na di na kwato government so na se obi e wa ye yie. You know, ye nyina hwehwe se diaspora na se dankote na se magda mo baba be di bibi wo ye community mu na yetime nya bia ye but ye refisi enso ya nkasa no ye betima implement on our natural resource. Yanko the third one na ha na ede no praye wo hoi oyi ba ko ebo ukaba mu a emo eyenyom mini copyright intin mintimi to asante fo se ukuma pem beba ana across of folk for so what the same na in the na miss odi blame kana mama hu na me kanpo. Unification for national interest over personal interest by strengthening our communication and image. We no metrans na me say this is what a year Burkina Faso for a year. But it sounds say yentimi the same as a blueprint and copywriting it, you know. Then say it differ from them. But you use the same in a path. I don't think the unification aba no. Se me ni omi no, me chiro mu yo at the critical say unification for national interest no. Tama Ture ba no, Traore ba no. Before so we ba no, na Burkina Faso for no mo ye individuals. Na omo ye groups. No mo ye under in region and I say omo region na say bibi omo ye. But the moment na Traore by na wa ma omo obi ate ne ho ase say no mamuma religion anybody emu na ye ma ho kwai ma yatamfu enye enhye so ninti no omo ni aba omo so. That is awareness. And the two, implementation. Enti se okọ Burkina Faso a Traore ade oye ya no the first one pe okoto tractors self interest nanko osenkoto car obetima to de ye government motuto ni bi enye ye kwa government no kwa na ayada countries na sa bia no okọ mu presidential na yi kaso mu yisu na Traore nye bi no yisu. Enti Traore ema Burkina Faso hu omo awareness of who they are. Omomu or shall say implementation on natural resource. So ko hwe the agenda na o shall say pe na pa muma yinsi tomatoes factory pa muma yenye silos pa muma yento mechanization of ohun se eno ene de nyame de ache wo mo. Enti o eso dey omun strength omun komubom. Enti se o hwe a Burkina Faso say no first na ka omun kasa no na ko bia ka ne de but say omun nyina with the same one language ye omun focus de da omun so. Enti so ko duru tama wo di ma yakọ Burkina Faso last time ya 2 weeks here ago here no also need demand the audience so ye chia no be obi a wo di ma ya be ya me chia video no go viral about 2 million, more than 2 million views. Tama wo di ma yakọ ya no obi obe interview no bia no o say God save my president. Omo ede omo use one communication, one image. Enti as a personal interest, as a personal who I am no Charles yo Kofi yo Amo Kwajo ye de aton chen. Eni ede ye frɛ ho Burkina Faso. Enti no oye Burkina. Ghana yetimi ye sa ade ma na ye. This Ghana ye bobo no kra na nso kra no division wom. Every say why am frɛ obusuani no anase yam frɛ o team members no. O kra no support against the coach no. O dem pacha me bo amom ye hu no. Enti se yepese ye kɔ enim like Burkina Faso a moma yen share your communication no ye moma yen the same language, the same one line. Image no ye nananom de to o ma ye na ye beto ye no. Ghana for ye demonstronko ye bibia ya nima ye bibia demonstronko no ye kasa ye bibia demonstronko no moma yen kɔ ne ko hyemudin. Yanko the less level because when person me yen intentia in kebetima komu more deep but intentia I focus on the abundance and not the lack. Obia osemi boano umpeja ne sase oni Ghana ni kasa sema be no oka. The first thing about nipa ya adwene ane ye also ekofie no kra no sanitary system no say just say health system na make sorry and a health system but menu mi no so ye bom pa ye say brade by the be me ahoden no be sayare obema ye ahoden ni ye be nyina ache na say brade e ma ye ahoden ni nyina ache de say ni ye health system no kra no eni say eno na ye dey ye main focus because health system ni ye lack e Ghana but rather no e was say focus on ade ye dey ye want abundance ni say your food. It is a minimum you know your abundance of food wa I didn't think any so food no na fancy ho yare because food in America no wudi mango a mango ewo enema eye wo nipadua mu Wourim bene a esan say fan guy no e wo de ye de e wo nipadua mu. Onum so bolo a esan say eye leaves bi a eno so wo na eye no e wo de ye wo nipadua mu. Udi abemdura fa woni mabenduro no de e kire no ma mente na menche kire ho. Utane ma nyina ya de bi a e wo de ye wo yi e je wo nipadua mu. Bode ye ka ayon wa nya fa na okwakoto emojeduro ni nema bi sa nema na all the things nyina na taki base mu na ho. Eti moma ye focus on the abundance ye de ye nuane ye natural resources no. Na ho ene ye se focus a na ye implement a by action, intention and dedication and sacrifice na ebe mo my Ghana dey ateki ni move. Mame nkyere wade bi so ohunu ya ye wo balu kese bi ukoteki ya na omo sa de no mi de fi minim ni din Mr. French me ma Mr. French ko ba o mebusa no omo de basket bi a wotimi ginam na o maso jacket wear bi na eja no ehiti enti hiti a na as balloon no epage emu de inflammation ne ma na ehye ne ma the more inflammation ne ma no na balloon ne de na ekosoro edin minim no Italian ka se mo fa nche me but English minim me pese me bodin bi a mo besere me nkafra that particular thing na wo se minim mi no ene de esi enim moma oman Ghana enye saade no na obi bia individual effort bia no enye jacketwa ena edere ena power ema oxygen ema that balloon no enti sa balloon e peje ne mu na e jacketwa no de ugina foma ohun balloon nko a meaning say a unification of element in either a peja saade no emframa air anija no aye fire no ana sa can say balloon na akreti mo kafra balloon na akreti saade no sana mini umi no so no Ghana ye betima ye I implement ye natural resource na ye focus on it no Ghana ebe reach this level a me pese ye duro reaching the automation level. And the cabro fakese yes you go school so munya botremaye automation level no eno na menu mi ne ye ji ho eno nti no ye pese itu kwan ekọ US, Canada, China, Dubai, UK, Europe se kwa di bim kwa ko ekron bi kwa so kwa na sa nkron no musika kwa no enuru Ghana de because of say omodu reaching the automation level no chere say omo putu system be into place here every day biano wo also ye weka every month biano woduma no obi a wo employee no wo de otua tax wo wo kotontosi a otua tax wo so wo kotonsu a otua tax wo so wo koje obosu market so a otua tax wo so all these taxes no omaka bom ana omo ye de omo de ye kwan omaka bom ana omo de tua you can say nurses, doctors ana omo de CAC hospital ana omo to machines individuals hospital kroma de but national so de ho and individuals cross no omo use national systems so wo mo individuals de enti say person Ghana reaches at level na Europe ne UK ne US mu wona meaning say me new me no ye self awareness of who we are as a Ghanaians from there no ye implement your natural resource because natural resource no ene be me ye because so what is ikaso na upeja omu eko de oti mfutrom de oti bamaso adin din eyesment keke na kwosere sika na wuja ugodu no na a wote so na e ma wuwo ni munyam no uja na ona kwosere obi ote ba maso sika wolusu image na ameka no ameka say yen strength image no and at the moment na wo kwakosra de nso no wolusu ye dey wo communication chede bia no communication ye dey mi pacho for mami pacho for mami pacho for mami also so the mami award de na be mami sem de ma award de na be mami me de mama exchange for the year there because they say you focus on the lucky Adam and Eve the moment na wo one man who say omo lucky that only tree no omo job bia in abundance no more somebody ombenya sade no Ghana bibi obiane wo in abundance believe me even ye sekra na yisu ye sekra na wo no e wa hoden se na abrofo de no yeni e wa hoden se abrofo de no yempom din ni padua nkasa nkasa e wa hoden se abrofo de no make up me responsible me juma mpanimfo ni baako ehu mi no chire metra no so ye dan na me hu film bi na film no me pese obehwe o kan sa anti no onye obi o di o kika sa se na me so okay me kwa kohwe film no na kohwe film no ayade a Afro America ye ka slave time no ana mo eye omo be this omo yes a film no although film in 2017 but story no from the honom use here now film na tim say yeah omo akasa kra no nim say dey yeah no yeah what day you will be in abundance yeah but you will be in abundance just say you are not aware we Christiania everybody will share that the only thing to do no is so by day ubehu baby what they share ni wakoye ho adwuma it is all praise everybody in shirawa that means that you are focusing on what you lack not what you have in abundance because everybody in shirawa the amount the moment no so na wo ma me waja yemu no wo na yemu kra na no onimo no onimo trinya dade nti onimo wo shira okra dada kone kokko de kodoso but do so no wan kira o say de kotrase o se ko meaning say also take action go and bear fruit o say they go meaning say action in your dinkan ntiru so ope se wunya sikana ope sa yidie na take action on what can help you na we no na mpesa me di wie ni say na me de link na to mu no say Mr. Ferris as article no ti me de link ne beto na wo a opese oba na be hye ideas no so abehye ideas me de me ka say ba wie no na me de link na to mu no me pese me ma hu ade we say thinking is the hardest work most people never do. Unima different here. Because so who think now junior na wo critical thinking ni wie na when you ba ho so na the moment na when you ba ho so no two things film na me hwe no me trasia na me penny pa na wo se me ko film da film na me ko hwe me ka say free me tia sika because me tia me ntimi hwe man ye ana na ade asa ana me ntimi ko twa nka je say na also me from now oh me sika se me fa kwere from no wonu se etua so intimate sika because no me say e dey na message bi o no person o ma me eti film no kama nipa na bi bo story ni di esin so no na ni ba ne ho so no wo try se obedwane enti when you realize say who you are now, and thinking is the hardest work here. Most people never do. And say, unya dream na unya critical thinking na dream we na who the way and the near say the never see that we now. You are left to so be take action. No be go against normal situation no no. And also by the over accepting normal situation no as your reality. Enti on person no ntino. On person obejina kwantana so no di say fanamenko left or right or backwards or forward in ntino. Any ekwa de ne on kohwe kira kwan. Eno ntina ye free bibi abusa. Ye see ekwa abusa. The moment na odi be hwe wadwum say ukọ malam bi ho akọ abusa. Ukọ sofu bi akọ abusa no. Abusa no say ye no kro, say ye no kro sofu no ka de okan so ka kire ho. Enti so ka kire say we na ye wo a that particular moment no beka say we na ye wo no. Then na so we dey take action. Enti so wo maame na ye wo de a action ye mi no. Wo de wo maame be free ho. Ana so wo ne wo maame nkasa bio. Ana wo nkọ ne chie bio. But na wo nim ne de na wo do wo maame. Enyo maame nko wunua wofa wunua bwadamfo obi a one ne ye adwuma bom ene ade nyina. It hard thinking hard and so critical thinking and it's thinking deeply and no resource no. When you realize you say you say in the city either so be take action and go against the system and not the reality and also you accept it as a normal thing for you. Now make ba kubi now me say unification for national interest over personal interest. Now I make sem kakra bi wa say minu me na ni age se Burkina Faso koso eboa. His Excellency Ibrahim Traoré wankoto ka na nkoso to no o yisu ka da bi na odi namtim minu me when it comes to personal interest now which one you be choose? National values and interest or personal interest? And never share wadwene. Based on your choice, and never made their quenim. Now you need to be na your system na your political system they can do nothing somewhere they by the normal by align with what you are thinking. But before that, a san console that in ye I'm telling you. Because who will change down there won't trumika. It yedin kakanga can ye and nine free chaining. And I do me no so. And I also yes, I did. And sana a bina or DA sooner year to a bamani debian or no so a day because your government no munya kukudro said the year kukudrono. Because one him say, o take that position na Ibrahim atekina 80% be in ebe one so ebe one to because 80% na ombe one to nyina you be a omo look from their own interest. Wo dey say president beba na obema public speech say we a driver na police ni gina no ojo 10 cedis one Ghana kra na report no ye nyina di. Would say police for money budget president no, I'm telling you the truth because it goes against their personal interest. So can say who go school up school kwan na di obebusa envelope bia no brown envelope bia no report no ye be na di as a headmaster na say cancer na say is na which is school for no teachers and any teachers association no almost support government almost support the bill because it goes against the personal interest and it's a minimum and the personal interest is seen chain na you choose national values and national interest there a whole any year dear because eja eso a obi a wote hu bia no awone no kane no na ye soja na ya wo ka sa de we no anase na wo ye bie no mame ho comments no na ye soja wo ba December wo ba de ekọ bronya na ye tifie no na ye amakwan no na ye soja na ye te woni ye tuja na ye ko fa menkan bo de na ye da tum enti ye ho ye de kakra na ye hyehye no ye didi but we could you believe we say nipa ba ko beka say me ma ye soja because eja no musie ni baba me so ana say me na wo say me bom me na wo say me ko twitwa jaba e kom bedi obi if say body na wo say de jam no nim awo so bedi obi because ye ni jacket we krom senior kan pacho me ma okaba
Yeah, SOS. Yeah, ciao. Yeah, Joso.
nje so ho na boko senior
Oh, Yehovah adom ni nana madaroma. Yeho ye pa na pacho so e.
nyame adom pacho me sume ya pa senior mami musa question me san sana me jawab mo ama wo so de wo contribution
Okay.
una yesu free ho
Okay.
we are happy say that is the that is the course ekofom
Oh yeah. Nyame anim no kura ni mani age because
we are sure
oh yes. Buy no kura me I think say me make a post on it say dollar no call for the same what gets ni be eja. But then I think so on a bigger picture no yeah on a bigger picture yeah because ubia bedidi but the most important thing is say at least it should reflect in the prices of commodities no na adwumayɛfoɔ nso akatua at least ɔmbɛhu sɛ value ɛyɛ den because say sɛ kɔ 1:1 a na wagye 2,000 cedis on Ghana na obi gye 2,000 pounds or euros anaa dollars a which means in terms of money value no yeah the same just that dodoɔ no a ɛwɔ akwantuo mu no mekora meka ho ebi a wo expenses bi a woyɛ ne osika bi a wosɛne kɔ fie no is a wo nso ho bɛkɔ mu yɛ den more but on the bigger picture it helps because then that ebia entitlement ne yɛn nso yɛyɛ enablers no sɛ bia biribia ne ano asɛne sika biribia ne ano asɛne sika no at least pɛ no a also on the bigger picture no home betimi ato but it should reflect in the price of commodities. Yeah.
wow was we are one of the less ammonia geo that means we need real estate muntra and was real estate man ka hey asem by the way senior or the
Yeah.
two no major ato ma
Okay. All right. Yeah. And that topic, economic patriotism. Many and not topic, pana me yana me a poppy up na me join here. So I think so. One thing my hair me the Burkina Faso here example na many because and ne ben South Africa. So it's a perfect example for us. Adeɛ baako a mehu pɛn ni sɛ wohwɛ wɔn na they are not replacing hard work, they are not replacing standing firm on national values with prayer or like anɔpaya sorry na yɛka political shows ebia ɛmfa mputu ɛmbrɛ nipa no wohwɛ wɔn a anɔpaya sorry a sɛ fom na yɛkɔ ayi na yɛkɔ we are constructing roads, we are building your friend is a silos a yɛbɛstɔ aduane yɛyɛ neɛ yɛntwɛn ɛmma yɛmmɛhyɛ yɛn gidigidigidi ɛno na ɛnora yɛne Mr. Obin yɛ beating the system part 2 no ɔkyerɛ adeɛ bi ma ɔsɛ woyɛ timamuni a this is what you do sɛ woyɛ biribi wɔ Ghana anaasɛ wokora wɔ akwantu na woyɛ biribi wɔ Ghana don't see it as a you are helping but see it as your responsibility. Say bia say bia ye kobo afie. No. Unkɔbɔ afie. Ba It's your responsibility to take care of the child. Into ocean own it's your responsibility. And yeah, Ghana, if we really want to do this economic patriotism now, am I who say we are doing Ghana a favor? No, Ghana is what we have. So if we are doing those things, we are not helping Ghana, but it's our responsibility. Nti sɛ mede nokoradie ɛbɛdi dwuma a medi a, it's my responsibility. I'm not helping my boss for his work to grow. Sɛ meyɛ teacher ni na sɛ me mepɔn 2 o'clock na sɛ mepɔn 12 o'clock a, ɛma me hu ne sɛ me na meyɛ me ho meyɛ ɔman no. And even if I'm closing at 2 o'clock sɛnea ebia GS de aba no a, I'm not helping GS. It is my responsibility to close at that 2 o'clock. Me aban adwuma eni na madwuma me eni tua meka, but then obi aba say bia mepe ebia driver's license, mepe passport. And me who say me boa nipa no, I'm not helping the person. It is my responsibility at that time as a passport officer, as a DVLA worker no, to do that job. It's my responsibility. Me responsibility. I'm not idea about quite high and on Ibrahim Traore. I believe that is what he saw. Intina what tuning Crofona doing say Burkina Faso na ye di jumane no. We are not helping the country. It's our responsibility because if we don't do it, nobody will do it for us. Do you think the Chinese will be economic patriotic to Ghana? Yes, Ghana or they go back. Same with the Indian or the Lebanese. In the same way, Ghana na say bia me ye fua. Don't see it as say oh ye Ghana favor na ebia comedy inti ana oh yeah, and as we are doing it because of food sovereignty and access food security. No, it's your responsibility because no matter what you do, the English, the American will not be so much patriotic to your country than his or hers. To topic many standing firm on national values, even when it challenges our personal interests. It is our responsibility. It is $1 no. Let's even put politics aside. The big crack I say ABI nye president na ABB. For now, behind closed doors na Uncle Charles, inim nye koso. But yeah, the who na yedi who dance say. So far so good no. Ye hu sade ni ye adwuma, whatever thing that they are doing, ye adwuma tiembo mabaso. Let's put political colors aside because apekia ma ye nyina empeki ma Ghana for our moibia northern region, Ashanti region, say central region. Apekia ma ye nyina, and as a matter of fact, nipa bebre kura wa kwantum ode permanent kudu 1:1. Na enye sustainable for ibia 10 years. I'm telling you, a lot of people will move from the diaspora and go to Ghana because Otiana said may have to do 3 times what I'm doing. Now Ghana no me putting in just a slight effort na me the same thing there. And you meti ha there. SM so our interests, our political affiliations, yeah, religious affiliations, a hundred I am in person me call yeah, personal interest. All those things say the tone change if we really want to be patriotic. But the ultimate thing is that, Uncle Charles, don't see it as you are doing Ghana a favor. It is your responsibility. Yeah, ma, me mo hwe na say fifi na say yes you ehwe we are not doing our parents a favor. It is our responsibility say yes you ehwe no mo say etutu. Thank you.
Wow. Don't see it as a favor. Abusuafo kama yɛ yɛfi me yafa mon credit. Yɛn boss Andrews was nyame adom a Monday ɛbɛyi yɛmɛhyia no. Catfish question bi a wo bia any doubt bibi a pese wonya nimde bi a pese wonya bia no nyame adom a this Monday yɛbɛyi 8 Ghana PM 8 PM Ghana time yɛmɛhyia live for West me and you never questions bra bibi a wohia bia no na bɛhyia no na wɔnkyerɛ wo ebi mo hyɛ aseɛ apeke Cedi senior kankam kan no apeke me wo bo mu di because mbom dia ya kwa kosres wo ba kope wo ko twama kope hempaso na se wo kope sika no entisa but minim omo a omasha ase a apeke a ye mi posu wo ye kra na yakubi kra na me bompa ese media ba be duru ase na mesu me nya media kra dia ye me nkwan enti nyame admo Monday ye be catfish sustainable catfish farming 8 o'clock p.m. Mamu makes it. Every Friday be so no your live session yeah. Subscribe lady one dance here. National interest and until you shame Operation Feed Ghana. Senior Ganga Yamishra, that's a pa.
Miss Menasi SOS.
Odi.
Hey,
Bogano.
Safumo.
Also, Uti, also, yeah, I know they kind of credit. Also, Senior Kankama saw the camera. Ayaka, I hate it, Jar.
Yes, so.
Senior Kankama, what you do with you, Jar?
Easy. Topic is a very good topic. Very good topic. A very good topic. And I think it aligns with Ejuma Metikurum one of their key principles. Say, obey bibia. Obiampo enhwe so be anywhere. Don't do things say bia opesi a man accolade and say a man reward. But doing things when nobody is looking. Wow. And on the chair say we your member pa na say no na chair say we your leader. Me mama yes say oh ye na ye more abaso there. So the topic now they are very, 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 very good. And me tiena me bra can come can say dollar no those times are na ekosoro madam fu bi my classmate bi me can say mu echire no o Facebook na o posti na me say me posti bibi when no posti no na the reply na e sound say ne ne buafu am catch me say obi a wo ne interest this bi na kan kam yeah, it's here now. So can you more real estate moon? Yeah, it's here. Yanka cost runners, yes, $100 per ABB. So I say, and then your nose work gun and in your bathroom. Said your nose in business. A two different way interest. It is yemi and unyanti and wase. Me and yanti, I say, I'm found shit baby near Kwa at the end of the day. Yakukwa. We lose. They don't lose. The people with things that we are fighting against, they don't lose. So now I know things that will feed you so and America. Try as me and America say. At the end of the day, so yes, I am away and there's no unity in the country. It will go back to square zero. And unity is everything. I believe say Africa you fight internal more than external. We normally pay attention to the external because you feel so number for buy no be yes no mafasi. Yes, they have done that. But let's look the internal. Oma Baba draw lines at two. By Enfamra Ghana. What is the relationship between Igbofonia and Santefo? What is the relationship between Santefo and Achimfo? What is the relationship between Achimfo and Nzamafo? What's the relationship between Nzamafo and Nkranfo and Fantefo? What is the relationship? Have we even built that one for you yet? I see it to me build this idea and strong. So it is yet to me the tribal sentiment in the twin chain. Near unite here. So we are kind of government has nothing than to follow what we want. So here sorry, Asante here sorry, Nkran here sorry, Northerns in we for no so here sorry, fantifoɔ hia sɔre voter hia sɔre na ɔma ka ɔmo ho abɔ mu a that council of state na ya de bi ɔmo set up will be useless. It will be useless because those people no meaning strong within the society na they are the kings of their community. No? They have united to channel a course. The government have nothing than to follow. And these people, when they talk, their people follow. At least they have 80 to 90% that follow as a Mombeka.
Yeah, so.
But anyway, not do my here to am away. Now we are to am away. Now we are to am away. Now, when are we going to unite? Mahama be ye enye because onye MPP ni. Ekufuado ye enye because onye NDC ni. Then acquire konabra. And then na way ye, na way na ochina na way ye. And then na way ye ochina na way zo ye. It's one thing na ka esi nyina betumi aka aboma ye no. Oh, there be about me no ye. Oh, on the theory nko anu nimu ye. Nti enya no. Enyampa, enya de betumi aye possible into win ye. Then the next person come no baba be the same thing. No asese din no. Esan so no na ye nti de, eno de ye. Then we go back and forth in the whole thing. And no moyen. I believe that yen talk what I consider at the end of the day. Me my key principle. Me unity di papa. See you can't bomo. I don't care whatever protocol. Makawa hada. Said the only thing in Yankupon suru unity.
Yeah.
The only thing Yankupon suru. All bono samsu suru unity. You can't tibom see a yadia. Monshre Bastard boys almost starting no be enfio. But a real wholesome woman say incline flat day yeno. Obi to me for a camera. Esi su can say Bastard boys for Jumaba. Afa camera esi so. You don't tell yourself to ask yourself, say, hey, it is like a Bastard boys for A, B, and Z. Kenya KB a out of that video, we must penny in Bastard boys for penny in bar a video. On the other side of the street now, Momoko clear, a honor flooded. That means no be a friend. I can't pass as a match. So he has to come and do that video to prove to people, say, baby, almost clear, a honor of flooded.
Wow.
So I made a video and told them, say, I will wish say more form a human in your politics. Because Ghana no yen problem no. The moment Ghana nibe who say a buying a mausika, the aya will project no. That volunteerism people will stop. And the biaba on Baba boss of war. When pa obiamo musika no, omo personal way now, my fan say, one free abontin ban. Obi feel say eyo madwuma eyo masede di obi adwen no o ma faili entinka ban bi by ne atro policy bi so ya atro policy bi YEA as a YAM say dey ben dey mo frem afre o mo na wane o ma sign contract so munye se ya nkene ka be so mudin wo news mu say Bastard boys for agisika eno man ko ye adwuma na nkran Friday. And that's our problem. We don't see, say, a yanka sankasa ya said ye. Say, yes, ye. Debia will have Debia Mekan. A buying it ye will hold by buying free ni pennimu and a choir bang. Yam monem free to your moon. A Kufuadu grew up within the community. Mahama grew up within the same community. Ekufuado we Nima Zongo no nyiwo. Enti we hu Nima Zongo lifetime ni bi. Ohun bi. Mahama baby onyiwo no we hu sa lifetime ni bi. Onyiye. Afre ho. So whatever they are trying, Okujato, Hein, Sam George, they grew up within the community. So nothing is going to change if the community hasn't changed. Those times now, na kwala udi bonia, openimuti mucho wa kwa hubo man. Our society was different. Things were different. Those times, and to me, yes, sir. So things are also different. And neocophobia, Mummy, I should come a COVID see. Or maybe as say, Yarian say, Yentro, people were getting people in their indoors. What was happening in Ghana? What was happening in Ghana? And I buy an audio. And I then I made them question them. Then the opposition is after baby. When so Canada, near confused the whole country. So we don't even know what is going on. Yeah, tia broach lady, I can't share them. But here to a social media. Oh, I broach lady and why are we killing ourselves in the name say we are trying to create freedom? You are chanting freedom outside your home. By your bow fear or you know ma. What do your mother punching back? How can we create freedom when internally there's no freedom in us? Waka, we have to focus on the good resources we have, the opportunities we have. Now we are when so the picture bit on the page. Obi bompire.
Yeah.
Empire no brodo ne woni trim.
Me will comment,
Yeah. Empire brodo ne woni trim. Ba nyankopon amfa brodo ambre no. Or they are so and a bit brain. So if you don't have that understanding to know, say, whatever you are praying for, no, and I say even if you're the lowest level, a binder can only give you opportunities. My friend say, obey BA policies, that policy is not going to change anything until you yourself get up and make good use of it. Agriculture, Operation Feed Ghana. Of course, a policy no my year or my celebrate to a clan and on Nebema and on my FFV.
No.
Debbie, it's not about the fancy name they give to it. It's not about anything. It's about one casa coming to the realization. Say, oh, a fool who here, Timamin Kodobi. Now, no, despite a trouble there, a woni fee. A man for Nyomo Kano, a binimizo body and no current poach, they say, can you bro here?
Oh,
comment no. That's what people say. It sounds so was can intinama a body no dia any crampo no.
I say what of Patriotism Ebroso or share Patriotism.
So
oh, says in your can come over so call Ghana no or call Honor no Tio. And I say you can come boy.
Yeah.
So into the mindset no is way different. Instead of say who focus here who say hey na say despite impo who say garden who here na sabe me kwhwe baby and I mean funny serious despite impo etumi adua board woni fie na me nya one plot to be dua wo so a ma 2000 nyina wo ho eh ene ma adwin mu so a despite impo who say me nja asase kakra ne medua board wo so ni matwa obi focus ne natade o hye betwa board no eh asikafo de omu kutwa board krom de atade fita ne kutwa board. That's where the mind is. But there's more to it. We have to change it. The Maya video now will come about Burkina Faso, the Okaya Namia Yamidewum. But I could be a share now tomato factory. The guy was talking about the fact to say Burkina Faso a war a bruchire. Any omu war Burkina Faso one and I call Musika boom.
Yeah, it's true.
Ebiana Patriotic investors here. Ghana for and I call Musika boom. Burkina before I had I call Musika boom. Until at the end of the day, they say, I buy no company tuna. That factory will not fall. You see the difference? That factory will not fall. Say, nay, say, tuari. Almost your moon penny bioma, the factory will stand. Because it is not really the government who owns it. It's the people. Omo musika. It's your quandia somber far. Say, factory ni be running. They will take it. I say more. The only way we can make things happen is obian shawono. Wonam lawyer kwa hono. Rubber bag kura ono. Bola yemu man. Ne wakuta oside bi me du baby that's been why me dey atum. Obian shawono, we zoom lion worker no. Yaka che ose koprapra ha no. No akopra. Obian shawo na wo ye market woman na wa pon adwuma anajo no. Unim se zoom lion ochira no pon baba be print no waso obola nyina afrifie ababa be gulor kwa ho. Sabe nka wo ma me ne pra. Anka be saade na man. But ye be wie no. Na ban no na anye. Enye mahama ma meto bola ngu kwa no da. Enye Bastard Boys for, enye Zoom Lion for, enye no be champion. They say Zoom Lion for ye ngu contract. Papa no mugu ni contract obedi dio. The lifestyle on the men leading, they will still continue to live the same lifestyle because our companies need be with other African countries. If the other African countries are succeeding, it's not working. Let's ask ourselves certain questions. It's not about politics. It is not about partisan. Papa ni minim ni hwe baby o. Minim ni mu abusuam. But anya hwe kura no wa employee obi. Yes, the price is wrong. It's right. But comparing price are buying the man. Any machines are omu use. If you want to him machine, no want to him on one personal profit. Don't hear him workers. So buy man is 600, now see on for 400 in my workers, and now on for 500 in my workers. Miss Remy Bissau. Trash can now. Car no modify car away in trash no. 100 Cedi. A bit to me at Yahoka.
Hey. I think about to be a cogu.
Miss Remy Bissau. Sometimes ni yenye politics into and wakano. Yenye politics into yen think rational.
I just do Obeka. So on zoning a castle.
So let's think rationally to understand, say, this is the problem. And we have to come out collectively. Yes, position our one, it's your choice. You can do it. There are certain people that they don't have options. My friend says security protocols pushes them to get it. So, umpo. Tise popu ye, ye. Baby, you better do any problem. But car better no matter what over here, no car no protocol. Says I car when you say to my oya then run a bit. There are certain places one of my protocols no force it. You already or your military rule choose your bit to me.
Yeah.
So, your political way democratic and marawo etwahushia. But a budget parliamentarians need to come together. So, okay, let's go this way. And on a baby. It is a MPP for 2 money, NDC for it's not going to help. Let's come together. When a baby can thank a cast near Koto. Yankoto kantaka cast na no ani betwi. But obi pe bibi fufura tenem. Obi pe we yo Cadillac atremu. O yes so ba ban mu no na ye ni dream car. Do ye ne den bema. Cadillac ne de obetenem. O ye ne den obetenem. Obe complain obi de ba Cadillac no ye ne den onya position oba betena Cadillac ni. But ne no pon onya me ya. If emra na ye de beto ho no we will follow it. But essence obedwa na num kire mi nti no obetena ho no ye bibi fufuro nti se si o ka kire me se mi nkoye sei no meka se menye. So school feeding program yanko ho kakra. School feeding program, what happened? Se bia na wo kan pepepe. Essence metro no ya ka kire ne se aduane na ohia no yemfamfam mamagu ho no mupo. Near the good central location, we here, you calculate the number of students our near share, near calculate will pass usage, near share, near the amount supply and into any year, as a solitary abine. Abine yet. Do Papa James a Kufuado service you on a baumia, Omuni Eduanidi, and a school feeding Eduane number 5 fee. Is it possible? Let's be realistic here. That's what is happening. Free education by kind the same thing. The headmasters were angry because we had denya mami bi beba mesra wo me ba no jene mami o kina me disika ne beba sa coins no enko aban mu. It was not going to go there enko ho. It is wo ba na wo ba beka no ye de omo professor degree nyina ba begu so. Say you are killing people. Levy by also we can say they are here to make people poor. Adentia because we see it no. That seed now go to yano. Levy better so. Any ya what is the kind of so? No kreno no. So for number ye de nyahwe. Ne tight so better because we send it far away momo. That's what it. 1,000 Ghana na de brand say see I ati 11 free so I reduce. Ono so de kwa akotọ ade wo marketer. E be santi ni 11 e reduce. And so kutia. It's not for the betterment of the country. Wo MP nanka sanka no 11 no enfana nja no because MP bia was task cut. But 11 was not giving them task cut. Or sending usika no passe fakutia whatever Obaba Jeffrey in China 11 ateno and ya. The Kurano no. It's not about Ghana Biana and the one unana ben pan saying more than 100 Ghana every week. Come on, unana ben Jimmy. That's the truth. And I walk on personal interest. Young personal interest. O try kwine na anka wo dan ni ntino. O si na nitine. E kan wo Kabu who say, yeah. So, a can what danya. And who TikTok a beer or no to new $1 na coffin because you see Kabia was saving says, yes, sort it. You $1 you saving a sort it.
Me come here official kwana because I'm a boho. But yeah, my Canada.
Yo, enti si yanfa the nation's mind and to one and cast okay. What do you find say agriculture in a boho with the way? So Mahama, President Mahama ne sorry cast okay. I'm canceling all importations. Where I will work show you to see I will tear me. I will get import business. Mahama be wadam for na.
No.
Be sincere to yourself. Mahama be wadam for. Anyo wadam for. Ubu be funu. Beka sonya bampa. Itiri mo den won dream man for ho. Omo clear me for clear kwan ho. Kufu mre so. Me kai se kantamanto. Ye clear ho ma me kofa ho na me yam hye me. See, hey, say na ha nyina kwan da ho. Kufu free so not 2 seconds. Not 2 seconds. Na why ma? Because yankasa, me nkase MGC o make say yankasa. Yedi ye campaign. See ye 2 MPP aban free so the next aban ye beba no. Mobaba betena ho. It is us, yen. Minka NDC, yen. Regional minister, Accra regional minister, Ochwe Munanse efri so. All year cleaning. What did we do? Yen. Then it's more day. And I answer the other day. And I say, yeah. And then we are doing it again. Galamsey by Mubwa Jai. Yeah, who campaign. Oh, what's the sound buying and quam go to me to Galamsey? Can we see the collective need? So where more, and we have bloggers. Babet now, no much chim cha. They are sereni and engineer co. We were fighting giddy. Yes, stage coup against the Kufuado. Do we even have the men? Do we have the Akukudru? You can't sacrifice and yes, sacrifice a water baby no be woo. Sacrifice a wa wujina honi jamosutro. We be see a yam daho near boasum. So assume that honey boy yamu. Do we have it? Do we have what it takes to endure the pain that comes with it? To develop, it's not about just what planning a view. Because the perfect plan, Brachas who betcher me. But Abia Bra can come no day. Because Abiana plan or no was outside what that. And yes, says outside, it says our party no Debbie. So outside was said the developmental channel now a day fan. Are you good? So I say it's in any budget. Because and I said the development channel near their fan or no who did that. This agriculture I can once in. If you are now a Greek, you that. If you are buying a pumpy sicker into a Greek, you are good with it. On South own importation on Yashi into the dollar be cost through the dollar bed and farm. It would be when Yanji. But when you be soon and the business yet different from all business, the whole children. It is a meme who are tomano kwa ye miniano. So who would you man before? Why you say? Na man take na see who say na board research. It mean fence won see media who na bia me so media be hye. Na ma me mo ano se bi obetumi edum na board research na. E be a cycle over and over. And it's not going to end. Cycle when you know. I near for saying, and you know, Minia. In Cromamina Zoom. Name Chinchu channel. A cycle. So until say, Asante him, but also the one catch them Asante for a massa. A no ye. Nunyai. Yeni before, yeni ane for, yeni anyway, yen kambum. Until so him be sorry. No akasa ye no ye. Yeni anyway, yen kambum. And other chiefs so by your modi. It's going to be a continuous cycle.
But senior, maybe I should be in Toronto. Also, the Okano, yes, I can Maquaman, a gentleman, Mr. Beffy. The okay is so on penny for your oboe, and say, or moon, and page or more 9 see for me. Nanano, Miss Rennie de Mucaso, Mr. It don't be so say, when she went to a craving so, in the Bassana ye, dear children. It is said the Aqualabe won and send our for.
Yeah.
It didn't acquire Lucia.
Send in our 4 years on us obey.
Sanity.
Yeah. And in our 4 years on us obey. But at the end of the day, to say me no we, yenya a quenyan. What are we going to do? We have to set a different precedence. We have to set a different precedence. And until why you create this topic we are here can was you have to set a different precedence. Let's be sincere to ourselves. So, yeah. To say, be I am brag we can come can. Dollar no cost from no, a yen day. But still, a yen ya. I am a day, but I am ya. The truth should be told. Simple. We near one channel should also do something. Because in Penifone can me I have that belief. Sasanti him beka, ochi him beka, Mahama beka, Akufuado beka, Baumia, hi beka. Na yen timam phone yen take action, nothing happens. 12 abangu your quarter was starting here, and when you support and nothing will happen.
Yeah, that's one communication, one one image.
Nothing will happen. But all you know, so obi to baby a can ya. And yes, I yes, a kosu. But baby no, ni business be, na de bi no. E ko against it ntia ne ya nti no fo nyaaya anka to refree ho. Said you no de be. And no na wo kan personal interest.
One thing they said, the me trans me share na me ya analysis here na. On say enkenye boni say ye be personal interest yo. Just say be personal interest, It is our wale. Me be my ya me wo yi. Me nye complete.
Send it.
Me yira me kwafa na ne na betra no. Wona ebe ka mo ma be complete. Enti baby me to sini no. Ho na me yire ye dey. Hye me ma.
Yeah.
Baby me yire to sini ho na me ye dey hye ne ma.
Yeah.
What I say? Ye personal interest na ye no. Senke ye na de waje contract say on also ye okri ni Accra ni all the important Milano. All ye say they also see ye. And we name the all year. The senior kibenya unfaso.
Yeah.
But the ono kwaje contract na oye a personal interest na onya ne sa be share ne sa no. Oni mi sika so hwe. Enu ti na minister obetam sika ni nyina no oye dey ode kogu dem. And ode atotototo oloko. But ni if you say a Cedi save no. It's a Cedi depreciated. And it cannot be multiplied. And me try to me Facebook or YouTube or yes was Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, enti sa when ya de bia personal interest betima ya nema because you are individuals na ye nema ma na ye.
Yeah.
But ye ni knowledge na e betimi scale to up. E betimi cover bibia. E di se me bia me chiri nya ba ko na e kata me so wie a me hwa na sensuo ne mmome ya no anu wie. Enti na me use airbus na mo twere ma me no. Me da sakafra na
yeah, so
yeah,
me last week na me man penny for some. Yeah. At the end of the day, personal interest should align with national interest. Your personal interest should align with personal interest and national interest. And your personal interest should align with family interest. I think that it should start from there. Your personal interest should align with family interest. Then the family interest will align with national interest. It sounds like the other family members, you don't care either they die or not.
Wallahi.
So what I say. Nipa na je contract so on cleaning gutters. Ni oje contract no enyo no na sabe yenka no kure enyo no na ba begina ho cleaning wa fa nipa so mo make cleaning. Say nipa na wa form no. What is their interest in adwuma no ye no? Tika na oba abeji keke. Na se na ni agi sese adwuma na okoye no. O de boa ono ankasa ho. Aboa ne ma, aboa ne busua ansa aboa kuro no. That's where it is. It yes. Ebi ani ono no kura sika no, wakwaji ne bafu ade ahye ne botom. O de keto abrew. But at the end of the day, one kasankasa wa adwuma ni mpo no, uye ko CP. What I say? Before you can fight for a pay increase and find say we pay in the kura mpo nya no. Adwuma ni e de ma on, why ye ni ye? Ye ma wa adwuma se ko lorry stations na kwajeje taxes. Ticket near the man who work out you from printing press. Your ma wajuma set na to. Sabi enya mahama na ekwatena to ho no mu. Enya Ministry of Roads and Highways na ekwatena to ho. Eye minua biba, madam fu biba, minua damfu biba, enete ho. Nia all cleaning so the same thing. Minua damfu biba o, minua bi maame. Madam fu bi maame. Enete ho kwa akoye sa adwuma no. Who go to all the ministries near adwuma e ho no. Obia is responsible to do something. Enti ya boni pa baako sombo a enye nyina collectively. Ye nyina collectively. Enti yesa ye ho ya ne mpanifo kan say wutu momonefo no na tu wagina mo ansofo. So enti sem mpanifo no nka omuhumum no. Yan kola no so ye wase and we shouldn't see ourselves say esan say yan frɛ udin e wo badwam nti no wanu nnudum. Sa na marketing we goes a long way. Let's come together. Let's fuse our minds together. Let us realize it says marketing. Think outside the box. Look at the pain. Madam for ye dollar semi am the example. I made him to understand. Say, I understand your pain because Oba brochre be ye maybe based on your school and in maybe where Juma away you get certain things from you can say you get certain things from a brochure licensing purchases of internet near maybe or the year business. It's $1 and a cost it affects you because who will see this one. It is $1 and a cost affect you. I understand you. But men and I have to support family back home. That's $1 and so ever from Cedi cost $1 and ever from baby. No so as affect me. So we have to meet in the middle to understand. I didn't understand it. A unity. Let's agree to disagree to agree. Then together we can build up and know say okay, we neko. Yes, Bracha, so the idea about maybe a topic idea will be creating huni kwadwa. The buafu and by assembly or bra idea betu. But that doesn't mean say see a book to go. And only problem no. Maybe the plan and the sister set up a wolf for say a yeno. It doesn't go that way. But let's take it one by one. Oh, me bra, anki ye ni say, and as a head in a cranka ye ni see ya, KB and Kebebua, and catch ya let ne kakra say ya, and Kebebua, and policies no. Yes, maybe I mekan and yaw de. But me can a buffo so the any answer. If we don't agree to disagree, Ghana has been, no matter how we see it, Ghana has been a pillar in Africa. And whatever goes on in Africa, people look up to Ghana, regardless of the riches, any cleanliness, what other countries. Rwanda still comes to Ghana to learn from Ghana, regardless of how we see Rwanda is developed. They still come to Ghana to come and learn. Nigeria, but they still come to Ghana. We have been the light.
Senior, the hope of Africa.
I don't know.
I remember Kafra light, you know, chance river in Penifora.
Last thing last thing I make it is a nay Medina call BCC or Mr. Obenda Conline so Mr. Wa fraud of one on my word. Obi frame says here. Oh, KOD, dear Ben, your meeting. And Busan sent 2 page you may be. Page my papa being. We kokobokeke. And I'm the more bibia. Na Masanka say, Burkina Faso for akom ho abom ebie tomatoes factory Ghana for ebetumi abi Patriotic wo ho but dom say kuo no ye nyina yenso yentumi nye bi se nya Patriotic na abedwan a onso kan nkrofo bom kan nkrofo bom na mo nye bibi Bastard Boys for ye bi onso kan nkrofo bom Jai Kennedy Japan no nam ni baby Jai Mahama no nam ni baby be the change you expect in your community kan kola ni bom bring the youth together. Let's start this. O man he no kura se bio penifo anim. Se mo fo se adwene nko yi a mo nka mo homo na monye. Develop where you are. Start it from there. Be the change you want it to be. Penifo me da se. Mr. Meno Michio. Bra can come me da se. Bra Charles me da se.
Odi.
Thank you.
You odi ahenkai ene odi brain. You what the part.
Amen.
That's opening. In fact, me himself already a topic we say basa ambia. And next time no me frɛ waba na me de saa we ni bia ma wo nko abekasa ni se me kasa. Because yes na wa hwe ya.
My time no. Mr.
Yeah, what am I Patriotic the last time? I think say obi afrɛ.
Yeah, we'll be a friend. My money information.
Wow, I'll find a walk home video no na say we Patriotic na fe no abi share SOS no. Said Osika no groups no doso Patriotic investors or GH Cattle Fatting or in Cabo mo obeda ko UK, obeda ko Europe, obeda ko Canada, US.
Yeah.
Or and the be person make can say when they sent a person monantia and no monanti. Mpenifo ka se anoma omontakra se ne tubo mu. Ya na ye beti be na ye ntiase ye tiase kwan so yentimi enkodi. Da fofore be kasa fa ho. Ejadu manenko.
This year can come ni odi brain na wi adwuma ni tinka yampon na next week ni abeto aso. Edama se and that's ni akwanya. Echi ampanimfo. Em say se wodo wo man a na o man no ekwa ahohihia ma na wo nso wa adwene ne wa ho keka ekwa ahohihia mu. Se wo man ni di ya wo nso ahokeka foforo eba wo mu enkanyan ni nkranhyesem bi ba wo mu a wo kasa wo akokoduro se wo kase ahada ni firi me man ni me kuroni me busuani ni se de de omo a wo mabobra e wo ye busuamu ni ye fie e hoahoa ye ho no saa na se wo man so di yi a wotime de hoahoa wo ho e wo saa kwan so na ya na yen ye twen se obi nkodi yi na yemfa na asem na yemfa nya asem yemfa ntoto ye ho ne yemfa ye ho nkobata no ho na wo na wutie no nso dien na wo nso waya a obi betime de no ho abebata wo efize wo pe obi de wo ho akobata no na wo no hwan na emfa no ho mebata wo e dien na wo ho a eno nti obi mfa no ho emebata wo ye bo wudin a e den na ye de bekai wo se ne wo firi mu nna asasi so pa den na ye bebo wudin aka ede afa wo ho eno na kire se wo ye omamba pa wo tena ase asetena pa ene wo kɔ Ghana nkura kɛseɛ na ana nkuru dada ne baabi a aborosan bi si hɔ yɛ se opanyin kofi mensa aborosan opanyin kofi mensa wu ye ne yen wo me papa ne abewo me na me nso ma bewo me baba ni din da so da hɔ because ono ne si aborosan edi kan wo kurom hɔ se wo nso wo hye bibia se na no matter how small ansa na wo mfiri asase so no ye bɛbɔ wo din di aka bibi ye bɛbɔ wo din abata bibi ho ye bɛda mpanimfo ase and say topic na Charles de bae no is long overdue say ye kan no kure kire ye ho na ye bisa ye ho say oman ne kikire no me nso me che fine wom and ndien me so dien na metimi aye on say na ya na wan hwe ya na tia fa so Tifa so nso ebe him. Indeed, do by be an a break near maintaining a lane, one way ya, careful money a walk, book careful no money ya, and cobin kuma baconifa, cobin kuma, a copemka, a conifan swa, a cop be dying. I go see you belong, so into one way and one a breaker. Now, what can the yanka? One say, young funny say, in a yeti krum, ye juma, ye be a juma, a month for ye juma my. Yɛne yɛyɛ mpanimfoɔ yɛakɔgye contract yɛbie adwuma sɛ adwuma no a wɔwɔ bie no wonni ho nimdeɛ a na wampɛ ansua adwuma no mu yie a number 1 wo sika tumi hye yɛtɔ so mmienu nipa na ɛyɛ adwuma ma wo ne tumi bu fa so because wonnim ho nimdeɛ mpanimdie ɛnyɛ sɛ wona wakɔgye adwuma na wona wabie adwuma no ekeke epani a na adwuma kɔ so ɛyɛ opani a onim adwuma na wabie no onim mu na ɔde ne ho hyem ɛma na adwuma yɛfo no hu sɛ ɔdɔ adwuma na wabie no sɛ wahwɛ nansen young people bi a ɔmanya positions a ɔmomfa ɔmo adwuma ndi agorɔ no ɔmo nneɛma ahyase omudin etre kakra
yeah
so omo teni omudin betre one ya shanti or pay surprise visit to one of the municipal assembly time and nurse so adwuma mu no okotena ho wansa na obi ba susuan pa say ochina a omunim se papa ne betimi aba at any time if free sa da no ekɔ no wugidi so obi be late to adwuma mu
Debbie.
Chrome your program be a friend undercover boss. Who made me a cohere. A juma would I need disguise and who compare juma as a worker. One of the jumano branches. No, she hold no ye juma or ye cleaner or who bowls sumo will be to me shut that part by plate or her reaction. A juma. No, what Jim mere, some person me cohere the coso form. Obi this guy say no ho or no ni jewelry shop or no aye no ho basa or hwe said the customer service for ehwe ehia for any esika for said the compare no to no worry say ayampa say dreams and affiliations and I say aspirations of the company no the year adwuma na yen me koku ameti hey ane wo Kofi Mensa empredo do saying and a yakɔ form pa say ye poultry farm ye komuni yakɔsisa nkosua ye yi nkosua na say ye tu nkuko bi afiri mu ekilini mu empredo do say ne yekɔ a yakeka ye mɔwerɛ so ya dress the exact shape bottom and ye ma unnecessary instructions. There is one person our platform we so I take a lot of inspirations and learning from of a man who call Ghana, on any workers in the Dikuka Nopa, Okojina Kwan, who on your moneto. Omo call Forex in Numa Kuchen, we had the Ababe Ye, Juma on your moneco. So, Otiha, but he has a mental picture of whatever is going on. Menka say ticket free, Hako Ghana, and Akwasi Sankosia. Basabi, and you can be there whilst you are here. And your patriotism, you know, they say, your Facebook live, you have to your nimna, your kasana, your post one, your comment one, for comment, I say. And then, Niama, and then we are proud to be an African, not because of the president in your country, but because of the president of Burkina Faso, who is in another country. Aren't you ashamed?
They do.
No, and now you are proud to be an African because you feel, say, Traore is doing something in an African land which is outside your jurisdiction.
Wow.
So, I don't know, catch your break in well.
Well, are you not ashamed? But yet Ghana, backstop boys, esigatemu tu niyama wom, but you cannot pride yourself to say your fellow Ghanaian is cleaning their country.
Yeah.
But so aban gu ye na oye ne de ye dia eno na ye heli say ye free Africa because adentia o mampani bi asi tomato fact amrantie bi nso de omo were asi ho ti gatam eno de you are not proud of it. Now we are no abeka kire me say I should sympathize with you and I should empathize with you. That empathy, I will throw it to the dogs. There are things I was say me nowadays my blood is so hot to a point to say sometimes I don't want to get into discussions with people. Me pesa me nkrofo be nya kasa because one way eya na manfo dwen say bia wo muwa de wo ya homaso ene de keka enya homaso nya hantan because ye nimniama ni be to a certain extent say ya adwene no ya ma ya adwene ni ye adwuma to a different degree ye hu niama na enye odi brain na all kasa no na mehwe ne say ni nipa su ode te ho ba sempo na all ka no ene ekoma adwene mu ene ma me hu ne say oye nipa enye ni nipa dua na ode te ho no eke no nko ade nka ye no bia yiti kakraka ya so no for many years say nka ye kasa nka obi antie because ye ho nya fe ye ni mu nya fe ye ho nya fe ye ni personality ye nche da enni sika ye me ye mfa me papa din nto aba obo me papa din ya obi anim no e wo Ghana but the fact ni say me ma eno nka me nhye de eye ma ho ni say enei no me de me papa ntimi amfa nja me no ade na me di ja me ma because I'm complaining say me papa nja me enti na me bre na so ochina me ni wade na me ja ma me ba o man no hu hia ye enu nti na ye nyina na ye behia di abobo na ye di abobo ni wie ni ye nyina ye san kokoda ni ye twen say another topic mra na ye mekasa ye nye bibia o man ne bekoso adi ye bekoso atena ye class 1 forever enra eni Mr. Obin shia wo Patrick program no so no meka bibi me say yen ya tie Mr. Obin nyina no kase ye only 5 acres which this land issue me sha say kan yen ne wo I keep drumming this every time.
Yeah.
Say obia tinito 5 acres decide you will own 5 acres and will that 5 acres to your next generation alone. They say Ghana population of 32 million, 35 million. No, be our 5 acres to will to their next generation. Galamsey for being for the excavator, because me any wo any can come any obia na your platform we so ne. Ye nyina no yeto asase a menye sure say ye beka se yeton asase no dia magalamsey ni. So our minds are changing. Our ideology is changing. It is reflecting on the lands we owe. It is reflecting in the properties we are amassing. Say we are passing on a torch to the next generation. Say masa asena me toy no 5 acres no is intact. Wonso wo ba me ba no wonso tobi na wonso yebi. Sometimes we need doing this. Ibrahim Traore by on the capital city hole. The guy is on the ground. Okofom and a former no he goes all the way to the holding farmer. Omudia Jane any idea no he is creative women. Now woman penia ba abeka chiro say aha ye bia Jane tomatoes ni ade wa ha enti wo a wo ye minister no sa area ha I was say utu boreholes na wo ye irrigation said the farmers ni benya insuo e de bia niam no all year round wanantia wura afuo no apa akɔhwɛ afuo no baabi ye tu Jane no a wo mpanimfo no wodi na chi no mo instruction a wobɛkɔ akɔtena se aka kyerɛ me sɛ wonye Senkoti office and issue policy. Policy anything any actual write up caption ya to so near your screenshot it near the betu Facebook. And your Facebook near ya buying no for. Planting for food and jobs, yeah, they are buying the come the dead. Kwa krasi akolo du body ka ba ko ne dia besi nkran yesi body aba nipa ni nyina Ghana nyina ne nkran obi nso te mankran so wetwa body agu kwa ho nansa onya ka mfa mapuro emmeton na body na pro Debi ameka emu nipa ni bi te nkran onhu body a eye green obi hu body green na na obi backyard dia wadua ba se obekọ dwom pa beto body green na wubu a anonsuo suso kokokoko onhu bi da body a wonim nyina ye body na omoye eyi no half caste fo no technicalist no ehun asisi black no body half caste enu no nim ne nkran na oti ni nyina no nim ne se body ehun asisi but there is an opportunity for somebody to bridge the gap by coming together, buying trucks and say, yeah, the refrigeration systems are back. Yeah, body na truck at a certain temperature and say it's a bit more transportable body na be doing crime. And crime phones over top body a holding room, and your body and ya tomatoes are holding room and your tomatoes and ya. And then uko tomato paste dodo na na say tomato sauce dodo a uko market a uhun tomatoes are pro and on my yam. Inti sebe imprediasa. Yesika for twitwiri die wo Ghana omutu omu so omu wosika omu wo niama no. Can't we get people and government policies ya won kwasi prevent development? We have policies that prevent development because we will neighborhood kura wote we ka say we be pay who kwan na yes kokwaje permit na kwase ebiti office baby e ka kire say aje say wutu yes no normal permission would you sika pavement no somebody says somewhere stupidly prevent you from doing it. How do we develop like this? Sorry, lithium na onya 1 billion eno ne na country ni nya oba ye no stop akronfo no a ene omo pese omo efa amahodo so kokoku no onya 8 point something billion within 1 year. So 7 billion na ekohin enyuru konkwasiafo bi account akronfo na ene omo pese omo kunu no na omo na efa enti ene wato equipment training ono ane mayema enti o mine ba na eye kwan no enye contractor bi ofiri baabi a ono beje percentage dia repatriate akọ ne kuro enti senkankran kwan ya mo se kwa me despite esikafo no bubo mudin Ibrahim Mahama no ene ya che Accra Kumasi road no one side na aircon no finkran na wo ba Kumasi a ye de amesikafo miensa onye na mfa mudin to so de fi Kumasi konkran no eno nso Kumasi asikafo miensa ye de amom so monye na mfa mudin to so eno masi to ena nka ye what 3 lane in 3 lane out anka oji dis accident esi wo kwan so no anka ebe koso ena ya fa na ye de oe transport ya man is no so see rest areas and mechanic shops on the side of Accra Kumasi road. Inti nka woji dis accident esi ne cars na ne axle atwe asan line wo kwan ho no won't it change? But your policy near the politics can come ka so onko politics and can come person me me time no man na dey kan ho because one here sometimes me say I would defy every odd in the country and do my own bidding. If it takes to a point where when I start you have to put me in jail, I am ready to serve that jail term and leave a legacy. So when I decide I want to do something, I will do it and defy every odd you want to call it. The opposite way because I do baby I was say you decide they say you be you only the political party back. Because Patriotic fuaji asase no ma dia tomatoes no ma ye tomato sauce na o ma decide say tomato sauce no ne bo 1 Cedi 1 cedi no mo ton a eno no mbenya omo mfa so ni bibia na se de broni yakofa firi obi kurom de aba na ye 3 cedis na se wo beto 3 cedis no waja 1 na etoje wa we need to elevate our step up the game, and stepping up the game comes from saying no you better on a round table like this. Start saying something. Maybe tie no keke. Ade na wotie no opportunities wom. De na wobetumi aye. Di adwuma kakra na wahya ase no. Won so fa wo ho hyem. Na ma nipa no ne wo ye adwuma ne ho se me boss ye bi. Me boss nim de oye. Dollar ne de so beti. They say abogafo ho de na aba from ba me ye me de. If you say sha ase kan say ye nye bibi wo fie na wo so ye bibi a anka wo sa bere no so bi de wo fie no pesi kama wo nti wo pa anya afi na wo be na ne sidi di akọ wo ne wo ye wo fie no eno ni sika na eba no eno na ade behwe it is say anafe ni ye ba behwe ye nyina ye behu ye smoothness level se ne yeti ha sha brochire ye ena me yi $1 it say mo de 17 ene yi me en compare na mo nya mo mra te sem no nya mo mema sem no fa nkire ye biem yɛde yɛte akwantuom ba yɛ adwene wɔ fie yɛte akwantuom yɛwe sunsum no wɔ fie aha honam na wɔ ha de edi pa indi me sɛ me nko a ɛnɛ edu 1:5 mfa me ho ebi sɛ yɛ maame nom ne yɛ papa nom ne yɛ nuanom na ɛwɔ fie na yɛsɛ mma ɔmo mba akwantuom no ɛnɛ sɛ ɔmo abrabɔ nneɛma so tie ama ɔmo abrabɔ adi yie so a yɛn so yɛte akwantuom mu complaini ne nya abayifo kan kyerɛ ɔmo sɛ aburokyire adwuma na ɛdin nti memba mentɔn wo nneɛma ɛmfa mba tena fie na kakra na wayɛ ne yɛ ne yie ɛdi yie mmerɛ bi adu sɛ sika no so te na ɔmo abrabɔ ma ɔmo ho abɛhenhan ɔmo na ɔmo atimi atɔ nneɛma a ɛwɔ aboa ne boa ɛfu na ɔmo deɛ ɔmo yɛ no ɔmo sika na atimi aboa no a ɛnso yɛ sɛ aka sɛ dollar ne so te ɛte dodo adɛn na aban ne yɛ saa obi sɛ anka aban no deɛ nka ɔnte so one mpo na nka emedu 15 nka edu 15 onja no saa bɛyɛ 1 year nti kyɛ sɛ yɛn no yɛsɛ prescribe sɛ ahokyere ne ntena yɛ nuanom no so ɔmo pɛ sɛ menkuminya na na Charles woka ho asɛm no
yeah
because yɛn yɛpɛ yɛn nko a da bi yɛpɛ sɛ yɛn nko a enti ɛso te na yɛ nuanom ne yɛ nyinaa no yɛba bɛkyɛ ne pɛ no kyempɛ deɛ yɛmpɛ Jimmy Meyanguru ɛno na yɛyɛ dɛ Jimmy Meyanguru ɛno na yɛyɛ dɛ so mi si fie a mi $100 abusua ne nyina metimi silence obia but say edru baby ene this say we bear 500 and san watimi silence nipa so wa wunim say 500 no emfifre ti once na wutimi nya sa 500 na enough for
yeah
yesu nyina ne say si anu ye kofi a ye mmerenti wasem ne akaka bensem masa eso ate ti bogafo no to abie Ghana for no hu de hyem everything yesu no masa is nothing but the fact say we were using the currency exchange to bully our own people.
Yep.
So the reality have hit. Now your dollar Cedi is exposing our the rate in Cedi nepo form exposing yen a tia kwantu ma na ye tu ye ho.
Yeah.
Yen fantu ye ho fu. Cedi na nka ho awo. By the time I feel we nkwa wie ye na a single digit. Nti obi ana no ho so.
Yeah.
Oh, it's true. Ebe kwa kodru 2002 ebe kwa kodru 800 I tell you ebe kwa kodru 800
5 for baby enti wo bibi ya enene odom mre no enene nkwaje mre no ye ne ebi se asase ne bo no ye ntisu dollar nkan asase bo na no obi anamini ni di nkomo asase anka okoto o calculate ye na ebe 11,000 that time and ye 17 no and then a tiba 10 no and then a tiba 13 asase ne bo na pija no ho say hey boss na no can you na we send committee o pa nanka sometimes nanka ska o nanka metimi anam say nanka echi enti woni ma kakra na obetimi ato ne no to because by next 3 months abese pagya no ho asase bo ohene onye dollar exchange asase no enti asase bo no constant what necessary you need to do something as fast as possible with the little that you have men train say omo no more train na me pese me nya 20,000 and san no makoto the say asase no ye 10 osi o me pese me nya we na me talk ese wo to 10 na nka ne wo ka say wo ton a wo ti me ton e san de to be twice what you bought years back. The time is now. Time is not waiting. Exchange rate is exposing all of us. Exchange rate na me yeto ada ho. Ogafo. Amome en share ho so. Enye edin there but yesu kra ye jai him. Nti me de besia em say benin for so. That's it. Mr. Comet, ntia we was o share chiri.
O share chiri no sere nko
ai o share chiri no to aboba park no so.
Ejedu. Hey. Asem baba da bi.
Aka Patriotic.
Baby, masa anya da bi. Asem na ni ejina ha ya.
Abusiafo se ne no person na de be share so ya. Adesedi mo no subscribe na like video no. Video so de print wa ko hwe na de me kanfo bi ni nyina ma o. Ni de me de chance e de abeduru samre. Hwe ni nyina e bia o de obesua free mu. Na mpanimfo ahu omo ya omo kasa obi a hye na adwere ye chance free ye senior kankam or kankam talks so every Saturday ya na tambia mehu bia na mamex or every Saturday bia or memana on wash any time and the time because me minimum time tia na me mix nti mo ko hwere abo odi enso so on the Facebook page na so Ejedu so a do deep dive or share the life history in the life story na openia maybe man abeka say ya on so no eye senior opemu na kasa mu no can say okuku tanku ana nyesa de kan mpo Mr. Patrick Befi Martin nka wontin nka so a ohwe no o YouTube a obehu no na o subscribe na also a program every Monday and Wednesday na what you know best with the same feathers normally day
Me bacho the na odi brain ka simbi scams no koso
and
me obi frame me ne say Mr. Obenda ko be ye Zoom na me join ni ana omo modus no doso. The modus operandi of these people is plenty, and we are keeping track on every one of them. The next way you say, omo be send the link with Obenda Akudin and in the photo. I catch you say click it, now join the free webinar, free Zoom, free WhatsApp group. Men ko join this group no mobile. Obenda Aku group no say and you be a free platform no so and then the link be send the I request here. And that's all no one can say baby son no do be number be ma say free nipa so mesi no mfa wo nka ho a Obenda Aku group is not Obenda Aku nye Zoom Obenda Aku nye Snapchat ni sa na no be send the link di amount Obenda Aku send the link ma individual oni obi a offer on behalf of Obenda Aku Foundation and also Obenda Aku friends and family one there is nothing like that. They are all scammers. On second some message na screenshot message no wait me record it bisa nipa ni say ofiri hefa ni Obenda Aku no hwan na so man ubamu say ubisa technical question no akate no that tells you they are scammers. They are there towards the weekends in this animal no that's when they start firing all these things. It's almost pick except almost platform needs to be almost betie almost ko YouTube correct normal pick numbers normal picking yamana they start sending all these messages so mama yen na yenda ya also very or the link be amount now click here they hijack your phone obey you see can obi be a phone so anyway information you know na hijack it no we clean it up Inti mama yam for any of those victims. I mean that's it.
Edo. So me that's ya Michelle. Me be a phone kwa mu say wa posu ayi kura o ha me so me hu. Enti said the mesma twira to no eno as na ejedu asa ka to aso no. Sometimes no okba SOS WhatsApp community na me ya na me hijack sa message to say mamu ma mumfa code bi ama obi for the name of bay SOS WhatsApp community no ya nye group code bia. Enti no so be for group ko a me nye kwa no ma hwe kwa na be ka kwa no say ija link ni share e ba sa na ye yi muto ama enti no say ye share link ni pa no subscribe enti no notification ni beba
Yeah.
no follow enti say ye share link na wo ko share me share link na me hwe
Yeah.
na jeduka ko peduma bi ye because unim sika so hwe a ubinya 100 million one hwe ya o de ye nya no ntini o ha Mr. Patrick mbacho nya botre mame ye maame ya ba ni network ni nyina so enti no wa ba no maame mani kasa je you know na me fa ma una e fa ye wi wa Mr. Patrick enti so temi kan nya botre mam na me fa Antines eko efresh
Obi aja homano.
yeah ne kwa yi because no baby ona yi na nya kra yeah abusiafo ye nia ba ya ba na ke ba so abekasa no woye obi na se wohia bibia every no for dia wo de ohwe mechira kwan a me de number be ma me ame de number correct na nya yi scam number bibia ohia for enema bia business bia no obetimi aide etwa watumpo a Mr. Patrick mbacho manenko area ba na oyamana aba akasa kakra bi na wasato waso
Amen. Many makasa papa. Scammers in so dear. The omonia de omoya near so ye bomb crack bia in some account. Bia in some account. Yo, pay for me chow bia, me chow tea for ne, more makasano. Na topic here, very good topic. Kakra, me start a say, we share the source. Emma, I say, ye nipa bone, ye Africans leaders near they as ye nipa bone. Say when I was here started free. Maybe a tram near Tessa, near Tessa cry, me person me go free different angle. Na edeba. And yes, sana near tear cry. Nenra me am offer can come, I can't be brave, Niama be brave. I just say, ye ubi a drain say, ubi make it sure, say, you be free selling ye city no about to say, send ye see woman. Na ye kakra, and there is so many centuries, and a dear bedrew situation. It means say, sometimes so say, ubi na ye say unu bia kodiska ya na so kra na so unu nyasa unu bia ya de adwuma mo so onye wa anya ya de na ubi na ye say de adwuma mo but sanity oh because ye free the bia na ye wo no and ye very strong when it comes to behavior we bibia chefo e wa so we change our back na edin bibi be your behavior edin papa so betimi a change. And was said for no moon sad in a drain. You say a come out drain. Ya can't be bia. And take a crack, I'm not be see a base behavior. And I behavior say, yen drain.
Yeah, I need me pacho ni diem kakre Mr. ni diem kakre bi.
Na
yeah, ba ma she obetimi
manenko
kakre bi na fe wo wi na wo de ne de wo de no wo make close nti na opani gari na say mame Antines patriotic ka
Pacha, good evening.
evening we dey menim so network ni nti ama masre eni die mo Mr. Bell for say o mame onye na ansana beti akọ article eja ye mpacho ye tie o bi se efie
Yeah.
boko so dia
Nyame adom bibia yɛ. Ɛna meda mpanyinfo ase. Platform no deɛ ɛyɛ yɛte akyire yɛsua ana yɛsua de yɛ adwuma kakrakra. Ɛna yɛfrɛ no sɛn because of my network no manhyɛ da ante conversation no bebree dɛ but deɛ ɛgya do kaeɛ na me so medi kakra bɛsɔ so. Sɛ Ghana no wobɛ sɛ woyɛ biribi a because they say I'm a social media me who say your friend is saying I say mindset change a man for change your mindset kakra into what be a starting to say and son a too late amount and I may share friend is saying exchange rate say a bedroom baby may fast maybe 10 to 20 years time and found only a buyer or back. Because say yes it is yeah adwin say ye be di there like you eat what you produce that exchange rate no that time no emfa ho aban ebeba the same because most of the time no me only say exchange rate is at because mostly we import things nti edru baby na like most of things now important like we are doing it here, we are producing it here, and we are using our own currency. When you now be a into what be ya to see a when you to me that's it.
wow mawe ama wose go me enso ye da ase minim difficult e wo mu a wati magina so atra ya so be de so be kan wo die ejadu ya mi sure say what metutu antines here because
Yeah,
as everybody
yeah.
yo ebuzi afo so je so mawe da se pa bisa be fi ne ma kwa ma timi fa wa so akasa na tinya mi sure bibia so bi
Bajo
hia na
mejo number na map direction be je pa be wo pa ne ba ko ai.
No, man.
that's it. Say me dey was them no you know, dwumadi awudi nyina nso ato say obi ehwehwe bibia na obi sim so a me dey number be na wa ba behwehwe. Ya ma me ka mo story kakra bi. Fugu na ya na mu hu na eye me no. Occasion na me dey pie no. Ono ene ne kofare baaye. Me secret but me pese me mamu hu ade kro a oye mame nti se mu hia bia o de o be si me so a ma me se ebetimi de age 2500 no me bo se da se me cost no se be boga sin timi ntodo
Maja wo kan waka ni ye o aye kwa ho ye ti won ye ni etu ato ye nsem o san so abetete ya ka ho
o fa be bi kra beto ba ku sisi e wo de nya botre ma be o be kasa sisi o be kasa o beto bizia o be bi ba jo senior ba jo ti kasa
your friend say until you da say yaba de bia be try oba saa ya na ne line intimi ngina so
yeah
na me ne be di nkomo koko ne se wa oni e be di nkomo o se nyina etimi gibi yo ti say na America no eti se wa hwa ehwo no source no na me de me fi se kakra mehu ene de mpanyifo kasa a metie ne se yantimi amfo so and change source no and change the system na abaye part of us na ebeye din na system no ene de ehi ene se na abaye bibi se aye normal se contract na obinya utimi ye de ope bia na oja hokko bia nka hwe se we ne benya bibia oye ne de epe bia na akọ ti asa be kan ye ho aye normal ana every pennyful na a spreading our call in him. It is said dear, I said dear, NDC bar. Oh yeah, dear crew, where they only this guy, you buy it. It's I be as I say, it's saying we be on the Buchanan because you kind of say, we are not of ourselves right now. Bibi ye idea ye sua feel before. Ye sua, nyama ekosu nyina wo hwa de ekosu nyina na. Ye sua na ye sua, enye yankasa. Because bibi ekosu bia no, enye sa na etie. Na se yankwa ankoye de se na yesitie no so a, enye ye da. Enye ye. Tide bia no na sa na beye. Until say ye beti ye ho ase ni agye ye ho adi say na etie, nti say na wo se ye. Which in here class say the best status class here because ni do ha no, you know, the bit me actually say I said your friends say na no musua de pa o musua de kwa be no mfa susua de there was a call back ni koye sa na ma ni nyina obi si nanka nkofo na amaka o mu jaya ke developer chance ni city because o mo chichire pa the movement he bibia it's not so what your friends say slavery any freedom asia most say we slave you don't have to think you're thinking about that when you freedom so a different a responsibility now you're doing a slaves so we don't have to take responsible anymore for anything into until see be free system now. Eyo obi dia na yesua na obi bia matade hyede na eye ni nyina no esa ebe haye ya ncheni sa system na hwe mum ye hwa de kakra se efa education ye nyina na ade last na me ka say obi ma me one person not two not three when you western education both say bia otena ni krom Africa wa say fa hin Cote d'Ivoire hin fa Ghana on the what western education west to see the nekusua bia na say okwa abruchi koje western education na or the Africa will be use system na the change Africa they know it's no more my scholarship my ba no say enya de betima kwa change ye da e yo de ne use and when you see a culture be different enya de be change ye da it's they are okay for that. Wow. But the moment ube change what could school we crowd chase that be this doesn't work for me. I will say me you see at the end. Hey, no me na no talk. I didn't hear. And I will see a tears say omu nimpa say omu system no enye maye da. Opa name omu status omu change and you su ye dia ye juma e status say kusemo omu we ye you mu nyina firi ye you mu nyina firi ho etino so hwema enye sa na etie o enye sa na etie kra obi na change ye te say de meka no wo kasa so na wo look so stupid say wuni ate akonya so na wa wakwa kutu na firi so a wo say enye me na me ye enso grofo wo akira no mu pushi sa na ema no ma ne koso eti the moment I be a free sa o mu lane mu no e wo pa yen start Mugabe ba foforo o se o menemo o ma mo farmland o nyomo e ti o transfer se be me bo ma me nkofo wicked Mugabe ye se da bi menye sa bi wo be ka se wakoye bibi e na Mugabe ayi se Mugabe wanye wo ma timi am na charge once enso afi no mu nya atan ye ko Idi Amin hwe se mo ka fa Idi Amin ho Idi Amin wi nipa Idi Amin ni ba kokura ni ho ayi true hwe Gaddafi same thing. Some of you make a so omu change system no pet say be use your system no pet. Hey, then you know work on. Ya fire go father and croma hwade. After we cool school who ye be we no buy na who said there be onkofu system nya de be adwuma o say me use your system no. Hey, and so it's they are okay if you are babies system now almost system now they are fine. But the moment I be change almost system now who say we here na now pass so obi a why here bia na what change your system hwe say na kunsi cost ansa na be in free.
Oh, it's so.
Enti dia wose yete ase ne say I was saying maybe timi change answer. Esa yebe kasa no action enya nkosi hwe. Yebe kasa nkosi hwe because enema na ye no enye yenya. Enye yenya kra unless you come back. Ne ko start say sa ye enema na ye no old enema na no ye fast system no to akwan. Obi na kan was first no. Ukuri ade etimi transfer front ngori ade bi. They say yes, judge we are baffing na koto ba could 4 days, no could be and answer. You know, there was a time maybe some down for be or a please phone penny full be. Now or best try and aging one and miss say. It didn't na please for much bribes. Tis what seems to be one more I did want me here no bribe.
You see me,
Or bribe. No matter. Was that what church me? It was yes a bribe, no what any but it was making sense. Or see the system no I use no and yes system be a bit me aboa because one you see a Western system ye equipment near near be so a new system no it was so the one example here and say obi wakochi obi say nipa na enum bibi or suspect say that substance no eye we system no so say we na wonu ma or say I do go through the dual process court system no answer but it was say ultimately prove said that thing you read it read na him fan also prove there's the whole Ghana and him say they are changing that was by 2015 saying there was only one machine one place I want to check say obi akọ checking the substance no BBC tema tema it will be one of rungu any action watching say one that substance known to a what cover Tiasem, it's the whole gun will be at the lady about it. You only free honum, no about all the way. I be drew time. A bit 2-3 days. 2-3 days now. Sunny a chicken. What's your money, baby? Da Obedidi. To also call that hotel. Obedidi 2 days now. Officer no no. And some will be we are and some was about all the way. There's not tamale. Transportation. That office now what they don't have that fund. It was so bad, but that system bound by and son which when you say at the same time law also just went to me within 48 hours also it me releasing answer and sana that process no crack so it we a police near when we said case we ain't could do it it also answer
back one you fee and say who be doing crying now it make a choice say you need slot to mount in say we just exhibit no now we call a year ready I be free
yes
no be or result we be no exhibit na ira
oh it can't na your whole so system was a system near meanwhile to know a ham system no process na here adwuma mo what did they mention
so they
the same thing no on the catch say corrupt too omunim pass say it's not going to work
yeah
even corruption na corruption how corruption cost change o money name
sure
your money name and you will be say me nim pass say obi akọ driving or we are chilling for a year friend saying driving speed driving several times and actually will say you didn't court near the way lawyer need more money you know this kako tool your friend is saying judge you know campaign contribution and then you bribe
a donation
a campaign donation and so yeah cry because corruption campaign donation or they are called now judge no will be lenient on this person. Yes, system and then changes our system. No, it's corruption as a yarn. They know perfectly say it won't work. It's not the idea. But changes are almost the end now. Hey, Asemaba. These are some of the things that even.
Na bribe me nchowa no ticket no omodi en enya bribe na no obi wa che one year he was go speed one year bribe
because when your commission
I take it now work no the police department almost budget, you know, is determined by the city now department in the room. In the department, you know, they determine more police in your budget or the budget and present it to the city council. City council no they approve budget, you know, because the budget has to be funded by the taxpayers. Next city ne decide actually police for ne say so most more pesika way there. This year it was able to raise sika maybe $100,000 from ticketing and offenses mobile year. Into police no quota, into quota no one. There was so or a certain number of tickets.
Yeah.
The police are not the policing in this system, you know, they are not policing, they are hunting. Only hunters. That's how I call them.
Yeah.
I know them and I know how they operate because I've been in that system before. I'm telling you, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I can send you pictures. I can send you pictures of police people who are buried themselves on the side of the road in the bushes because they don't want to be visible. Police guys is no doom light, will doom be there, no reflection.
Yeah.
Or to be at speed now not to so light at all. So
speed in the moon. Speed in the ni buafu no. Near say officer no ya hunting na catch and so onye ni kutaye.
Especially say what here time you try ticket to buy you getting to the end of the month.
Yes.
Yeah.
These are things as you more police me na Ghana de me buy na a whole lot. It ya kra no na me kan nya sa na eti o. Na sa nyama no na e push me ye sad no more. You know, mama for last one kranka sad this corruption na just say a corruption o mama ni din. Tiano de corruption. African people equate the same thing. Hey.
Yeah.
Ya cry be kind of my country is a corruption. You see, shit. Your friend is saying lobbying. Almost lobby companies are in Congress.
Yeah.
They're in Congress. I almost lobby all the time. And they're corruption. Their money didn't lobbying.
I don't know what you certificate to.
Yes.
Your lobbying license. A license to lobby. Okay,
yes.
I'm a lobbyist.
Companies or person they have offices in DC. They have offices out being clear. They go in there to influence these people. They are putting more into their campaign contributions. They are doing more. I know there's nothing wrong with it. And so
system,
yeah, but have you be and quiet. The last thing I met come here. We government company, you work for the government, and now when you have government contract, if you've been getting government contract for some time, when you have contracts now spend it 1 million near the amount. Not that year now, Kasano, we spend it 1 million now, yeah, the amount we now, we spend it paper. The next time we have your contract in India, I was supposed to spend money, bros, and send it the following year, no,
yeah,
when your contracts,
yeah.
Clear.
Yeah.
It is the same thing that happened with your home. But clear. It is the same thing. It's can be how a bit drew high says or so with a yacht channel. Hey, microphone it. It is name calling a yana, ya shad me as
a polishing. So I can say
it is not changing free SaaS system. No, near and go back near near ma. Ye because and go for my hey, with the fact ye nim she crown, ye nim other the friends say tribes near den with the fast shanty tribes tra. It's like a court system. If you do crew, asentua, you could do crew, you didn't any ya call or henho, and ya call my henho, and son baby drew asante henho. The same, to say they started free. Your friends, South North man, could do high court.
Yeah.
You was having your money now. I don't know what's
they
were shocked. Almost money. Almost shocked. No, say we are so primitive, but they realize and yes, I tear cry. It's that system, no, I can't. Now the last you cry, make the media not to say the can. Instead of saying media, and at the same time, a boy say, "Man, you might be say, Tory assembly cost near D." To say the Omuka say BBC Forex will couldn't pay. We just came from there. or omo ba be penekum ne yakum se ka first na no maka nsa na amafo asum na onu ani own people we ku omo onu no mind sa na aka ho
yeah
ba ye didi agro dudu ye di agro too much e was ade no so ye di agro social media so ne ho ade nipa ni abre na obi di tokwa hu hia ne sa ne man I will see is serious ni just an man you know and last one cry $1 yeah cost right football man for you a long time no a beboa nation no it is what you abruchi now fee said D na as you say in this card be corner yeah because say if what is happening no a cost for a year and yama bo enye den Ghana bi for now no the omo koto nyama omo to 15 e bi wo ho eti na bi omo force e bi be ka so omo nto omo hode ombe ye ni ombe ya ni ade but say if trajectory na ekon say ekosa na you'll be forced to come out and sell those things and go buy another one cheaper. It's after a while no, it's going to even up. But for now, they're going to be losers and winners. But after a while, they be even. And a good thing, my young kasa. A good thing because say if I say cement 120, now face it me and a cement about 50 year. The same thing.
About 86.
But when you been taught, say more ton aboard
yeah
hey, won't mean fat
or
the bad to say no more hoard won't you ask hey, but still I don't know for a bedroom baby no a bedroom baby no we have no issue. I was saw the bar
yeah
or the bar out sort of the mention
also the bar yes sir 120
yeah fa one the amount for because say and the intimate first can go fee say Ivina upa kotena fie wotena fie na afi wonu mu na epe ti se de na ayi overduke to trust by ya ba dia sesa kakra na ja wode wode na ne ho say kona ne ne ehwe you know ti at the law a friend saying long last no and a long round no e be help eti no eno de no doubt me ndwe ho kra de obi ka say me de anya mi say e be boa kru ni nyina amane ama akofo eti me dem feel system no and the source na dey free na o se kwhwe ho ni ye ho free nyama bibre mu how come say ya history cry and tree history how but we are so comfortable you sua obidie it doesn't make sense
Fascinating.
yeah it doesn't make sense nyama bibre on my yeah it make sense and sometimes no so no we hwe a year and pennyfo na the woman said sometimes so yeah idiot because I need me omunsa on hwe mama ha maba ya we say say na say obuase say na contract na and you say meaning say one of those isn't
gold mines
yeah enti say omu 70 Ghana 30 and omu send some very reverse and so also reply back say na be the other way around 70-30 or yes one country you meaning how true this story is the mimeti no the MT and CSC some of them court so what I say it's an omo sell first no okay yes na say companies the government be America na say UK company direct to but they are their people yes abuhani afre president no ba any mu aid bi amowo no na e twem nti twem ana say one side tight nti now no asa dey go back to 70-30 sa no my ya for so long
yeah
nti ko office obo hin because no aid nti untimi na di mu mami bi nti go for no be jina be o mu jina kakra na ko no ko be ya na ko yi ono ni nyama a nkrofo ndi atokwan mu di miemia office obetime yi sa ne be bo hin kai be ko sa na kai be bo hin yeah sa nyama om nkrofo tetefo na hihye sa nyama tututu kwan no no ba opeso yi fro because no om de anu nyayen so om de nyayen it be the
companies na de buy no di om de e come family network mu and esutu bi ma buy no e bi ti say we vaco say Ghana for your bo Rollins so bo so ni be go vaco the same policies. Now can you believe say vaco no the electricity and then metals no we use electricity and your fire and your coal and your electricity.
Yeah.
It's Akosumo Dam, they were using more than half of the production.
For a long time. Long time.
It's in Kumam Reso on the start here. Yeah, no more use. It technically now Valco for light bill. Okomo, a Jumem Honso light in Unesis.
Yeah.
And workers houses in so light debi so club house light in debi so light bill are no mutia. An individual person a Ghana light bill and no mutia, a whole company. It Rollins ko catch almost a moon to mukeke and only a buffo no mudija okoye. Because Valco for mother company ni besi Akosumo Dam.
Yeah.
Eti na the deal no was says so ya be Cedi and you be use dam no for the production. And then Yamian Chadi and Kruma di free ho. It will be reverted that way do na aka ho. Na de bia sa asem we bisa na Burkina Faso for was a Burkina was a Cote d'Ivoire mu ba ko. Ye more electricity. I don't know what the deal was.
Yeah.
And that's wrong. So, and that agreement, no, me am saying is regardless of what it is, you know, see our electricity, you need electricity, we have to give them their share of that electricity. We see your down now. I thought you said that contract will cancel, but that contract is still there. What is happening? And yet, we need a safe warning that government starts our way. And I mean, say independence or independence because this independence independent. They don't say they had independence. Because if there's still not France and mamu directions to what we are doing, now more one and your presidency than no more deal.
Almost say
prime ministers.
There be almost say nanano na share salon into every money that country, those countries no make no. It goes to France. Now France are here on budget among. No matter what says he can't bosia. Also, no is a deal. Oh, and American into it, chinchini and sa, as when you found you. Anyway, I share a near me up with Sibu check you say.
Yeah.
I want to ask, would every your friends African have been wealthy if we had our own system devoid of any Western encounter? Bro, the thing is, when it comes to wealth, and I said when it comes to those things now, individually, Jesus Christ, because there's always going to be poor people. And yeah, no crack now. See, you pay we are sick na the in 6 months. Sikana besa kwesika phone insem because a mindset. Sikana besa kwesika phone insem. Eti based on say individual in it, but we know what we are talking more is mental thing. Our media yin. Bank kebe boy think ya use your own system and kebe boy more. Ama so many things are koso a year free so. Because already no ya wo to Africa as we hear ni. Into what dream no we hear because we be a an African here in Africa. All because of this system, all because of omoniama. Almost systems, almost two in place, almost put in place. If you shut it down, you shut Africa. Look at the cool thing. The things are echo computers, cell phones, cars. Near my idea, if we infa.
But because we will be wealthy now. What is the measure of wealth? Wealth is measured in different dynamics, in different systems. Ghana, no one say, what in Ghana now make you 1 million? You are a millionaire. But you who say your cash will be a millionaire and I will make you $1 million.
Yeah.
Indeed. Now, me pese me bisa say dollar ni be do 1 to 1. The over 1 million cedis, you know, a millionaire na so you hear me.
Yeah, we are Ghanaian.
Yes. So these are some of the things. Indeed, she can say if we devoid of our system, no, ye home free man. Charles Asemodi can self-awareness and knowing yourself, no.
Yeah.
That is what will make you be able to sustain what you have.
Yeah.
Being given the money is not a problem. You can make the money, but the sustainability is the issue. ɛhɔ no na wonim wo ho na wonim how much you are worth. That is what makes you be able to sustain what you have. Because you're the man as a way mismanager, you don't know yourself. You don't even know the quantum of money you have, what the money can bring. At the end of the day, the money you have is like an army of, you are the commander of the army. They are going to, your money is your slaves. They have to work for you to make interest. Then they have to also give back. A generational thing. Into how much the 1 million or 1,000 you have is able to bring. That shows how wealthy you can be. But if the 1 million you have is sitting somewhere that is not bringing anything, and what the answer also what you phone no account no check account balance. You see, Canada account to be out there will check a balance. That will not bring you anything. That will not make you wealthy. It will not make you rich. But what will make you take you from richness? If you are rich by numbers, you are not wealthy. Your wealth is something that you use your riches to build. So you are rich resources, but we are not wealthy.
Cool.
We are only rich in natural resources, but we are not wealthy. We are poor because we don't know how to turn the richness we have into wealth. That's our problem. And that is the biggest problem African continent is sitting on now, which we are fighting to liberate ourselves. That we need to turn our riches, our rich ideas, rich opportunities, rich minds into wealth.
Wealth, yeah.
Connection man aka say ye pese ekwa abrochi ne ya shiska ni nyina firi yensem ne ya akwaje visa ne abedane illegal immigrant ne ya say abepeska wa ha e de etu obi ka de ya ware a wani na so mpoza ware ne nkrata be ye because person wote obi kurum. All those are nonsense. So when you know yourself, you know what you are sitting on, then use the capital and the riches you have, turn it into wealth. The wealth is a generational thing. Wealth is something that is a revolving cycle. Wealth is a magnet. So your mind knowing yourself, you become a magnetic substance. You attract riches or wealth every day. That is how you amass it. And then Elon Musk or da unyesika or nama uwisika nisika no ewo debia na ewo. And he said they were tom preku. But so many and sebia no preku ba no benyem onyema obewu. That is how it is. By enu yempefi. Debia no ka o si o be legit business e kire me dia me dis kan she mo kire me ye. Sa blueprint no wan coming ni.
That's the problem. Say, the understanding of what wealth is. Last time now, Mr. Obenda Akoya in the program said Saturday, I said last week in one said was talking about it. What is wealth in Asifor?
Yeah.
It's like most inane African, we are selling our wealth for riches. Obi kura asase onim ne fareba. Nti obeton asase no. Ede akotu galamsey ni amano sika fia bi do bi fufuro aba ye muye. I remember say the things are higher me kind. So that's the most of the things are we don't know our worth. Unim how you are worth. You don't just give up certain things for nothing. We stop being an example or they or saying nana. My grandfather was a fine or assassin baby. Assassin na busu. Owie and then be no ye or and we go na assassin so stigo. Years later, not on yam. So if you know what it is, it's not about say and uncle mama and uncle mama. Some buy some mama. What are you doing? China for they are changing. US embassies is what China, US embassies is what Japan. They have the influence there, but at the end of the day, these people are developing. China, Japan, as any different planets. China, the same thing. Korea, the same thing. Why are we not doing different? What are we not paying attention to? Blanks, and change like a sine. Are we always fighting to look like them, act like them, or be like them? And only about 4 years. And now I said, me take what I mean here, I mean, sure, Brachas, Tiboye, BBC. limousine is in the driveway I won't venture to be a that's our problem.
And one wakan, the wakan and are we trying to be like them? And no no and my uncle shed sinani city. The uncle see a question is city the offer do come. Now him say, oh wealth wo him say na motie. E tell my uncle drink cross wo ko baby and say wo ko yewe. You know, this be me example say I was living in Ghana, but I wasn't present. I was absent totally. Me bahano me di 25. But before say me beba, na mansa no me di 25. Na ma ko Korea kra ko fa ne ma bada. Me start na me wo boys, omo ton cassette, omo sata na cassette. Oh, junction.
Yeah.
There's still no me say me too quaint no. Say aden kra na me hwe. Me ho kra me ba me kwagia na magiska no dia na mu hia na matoto abra me check kra se dia na ekoso mu dibi me dibi me be store da enwa that time no na me manye enwa da. Yes. Wow. And so I was living in Ghana, but I was absent because my dream and cement now. It decided yesterday I'm just passing through. And then people be because na me need financial education. There was no issue said of education. It's not the money. There was no issue for me to bring in money. But coming na me ho na me tem ho ase me nim say me timi atena krom ho ayia. Kama manye dem ye ka bia kama kokra. That I call despite store. Those times come I say Juma say hono no store ton cassette ni ade and e bi wo rains ni so kona ye kot me akot to cassette ni dey am boys ni no more ton. And so ya nhwe ho kra ni se be ne kwa ni because who nim say who twam no akọ, you know. Since that na ka me nim me ho a say ka me ha me ho kra say me ba ha. But I was trying to be like them. Hey, Yankee, hey, London, and no one need this one. Yankee, London, and one episode. Even though no make his money. And then tell me, I'm for Tom dying about. Yeah. A tell me, I could see from Pong last night. Na contact $20,000. Or the community money funding could see Brazil. Yeah.
What you got? I want $20,000. Hey.
What do you see Brazil?
50 acres of land assassin.
Because the whole thing is say if you tesani man asini who says animal say ya form too much no yeah a bit change. With it, Mr. Oyeshe is to come here to say we are all in this platform. What change can we initiate as individuals? The thing a bit me change as individuals because you fan say in penifui they also mo yo mutimi nye ne sa ne mana e bia ne ye wa he yin na start say educate ye ho ye start say ye
maybe the obisa me my own change is agribusiness. My own change is agribusiness. I can change the agribusiness phase. I can change the transportation industry because that is what me machine, that is my passion. That is what I do. And I'm not shy to say that is what I do because I have done it for years and I understand it from different perspectives. And I'm a kofia. I look at the environment. When I'm driving, I look at things. I have been to a farmer. I had to go give him counsel on how to take away the water from the crops. Said the crops, and say. Because then you are talking about the action, bear 3 acres are flooded. And we no flood a year for no farmers now, deep, plunging away in a man.
Yeah.
It was going to cost him about $3,000.
Wow.
And he said, if I've been able to help him with my idea, with on one tractor, I will be to media. Yes, I take a clue from it. Says I'm a Kotus a Ghanaian. I will tell you, say, say slope did a baby, how they got this be better. In case of flooding, what will you do? These are things. there are so many things we can do. And me, I am telling my people on this platform, if you are into it, who person will go into transportation in Ghana, I can be of help. Enra, thanks to Patrick. Enra, you be a program. And I will say this, if we are Patrick, I spoke to about 4 people after the program. And the 4 young men I spoke to, they gave me a different inspiration. Say, I have a lot of things to offer, and maybe I have not offered enough, that I need to open myself up, because a lot of them want to do things that I'm familiar with, things that I have an idea, and Obi, cry a mistake. And I had to correct him and give him my piece of opinion, bring his mind back to baby, a man who said, he's still on the right track, but man rush it. These are things that, for me, those are the things, and that is why I'm writing. That's why I'm putting my ideas into books, because sorry. But with my book in circulation, my ideas will be here, my opinion will be here, my knowledge will still be left behind, because the reason, one of the motivation, Papa, I wish he said, Papa throw a book of the wisdom he had. And I wish I had time to sit him down and interview him and put it in a book. But today it's too late. I don't want my son to feel the same way. Cedi me feeling them. So I have to write something. I have to leave something behind. So for me, personally, the transportation system and the transportation industry, especially logistics and warehousing in Ghana, I want to be instrumental. And so, listen and listen good. Don't let the money move you to overload your trucks, because I'm not shape truck and break it down. It costs you a fortune.
Yeah.
But the axle weight in the your truck will last you 5 years without any major breakdown. But because of overloading, will be a load of cement, a good flatbed. So within the loading area now, no flatbed anymore. You know how much it costs you to buy a flatbed? It's a whole fortune. And these are some of the things we can do. For me personally, I am open, and I say sometimes we have to share this. We have to encourage each other. Baby, it's not too late. It's not too bad. You can still make things happen. Maybe I'm a positive, inspirational. I'm a positive messenger. I don't know, anybody else will change my mind to be negative. There is nothing negative in our country. A lot of positives. I have much interest on African continent. I'm in touch with a lot of people, especially Nigeria. They were interested in Nigeria because the population is there, the numbers are good, and anybody who want to look, Ghana and won't look elsewhere. The opportunities there. The supply chain is wide in Africa. The supply chain is very wide. For me, that's my own take. That's one part I can change, and that is where I'm taking my day to day to read, expand my idea, so I can help us to transform the transportation system in Ghana, especially. Then we can mimic the same thing on the African soil.
Yeah. It is any kind of apart from you will see a swing. Yeah. The question that the Unimbia Kakrana Unimu to say the offer do and not say, or I've really no self Kakran and amount for a friend, you name or the amount for it. The fees individual, and also, yes, you will see between a year come. We'll see a swing dear or see a chair. Maybe I will be as a platform Kakrana between a starting, I will see between a chair and India Kakra when young. And no cross of wow, because so would share. Who change be so and mouse so more. Yeah, a mouse yadie. Until the moment I will start to say, Wusian also Cheniaman. Now, what check for what shample for Niama at the same time, Wusian, and a bit me up why, because ye train, and penny for it be my idea. Nadia Basso. Yeah, a system, unless it's a system if you, Henny will cry or hair, ye cake, who could draw on my this ujai. System not a strong, because to me, yes, you might be brought to me yet. It's no so free system. Make I say, yeah, but for now, your seniors be on buy any other. So Obana be who system in the Hessico. Was I don't know Ghana 18 years. Yet you know mas 3 was yeah, by sao. Almost only 25 doctors. Jabi be bias or more back to Ghana. Nasa back. Because the reason was so much. Because officer system require the same thing, or you could read by a system and yeah, lie no. Yeah, lie. I will see a jail man.
Mr. Patrick, where do you mean no? With almost system, sometimes maybe I can like your bro so be. Sometimes the sound they have say police for ticket in your emoji. Yeah, friend bribe. There's a system that generated that. And no man start here free ho. And that's our problem. See a best school no hanomo. Ni ebeshiani e kobaka. We want to start from the middle. We have to start from the ground. And sometimes how the people started it. Because America wasn't like this when it started. They struggled. The system were built by people. And sometimes their system that is ruling is ruled by the Rockefellers.
Yeah, but when you say SARS system, and look, American is American is how many years old?
200 and plus.
Time we ask
me pacha mema yema Mr. Charles so mfa de mana ye wi a ye betime ye ma kroso na ye gina so na di
ko just near din ko yo
na yes na
I mean I say I got to go bye o topic we there ya ta fa bra overdo boss we na we there major na jam
yo
topic we there solid, very solid intino ya fa bibio ye miem
mate esa na odi ma charge no do bate be mate but senior with us I'm sure they also super it too but what do knowledge about na be chere ebusia for Mr. Patrick ne kasa ya no Wednesday ni Monday bia no oye program Patrick Befe o share YouTube wa obinya no so na Facebook so mo subscribe na mo fan support as usual Cedi e kan de bia no Mr. Charles
we dey ebusiafo michiechia obi ampacho samote menka dia
wedding
yoda Yesu ase emse Charles enedi yoda wase ni another interesting year pasan dia ba na atinse metumi follow on from the beginning up till now and them say my yard na the beginning me joto points be to honomo am pese be 3 or 4 points be na me boss kakra na say me dey free so e fact say ibia na ye ka say patriotism ni coming together ni adina na wo kano he said o mention something like the goldsmith ni ade I think say yeah you free me free obo as ho na me kura nkasa me free so na me tena call secondary school wie you know I know man dey think say metumi akasa fa ho kakra say you right bia ni won kofu be from say goldsmith he say ring ni chain ni ade na that as you didn't mention who asem no goldsmith ni obo no ring ana se chain bi wa na ode kwa omuntumi nye den enye emma but see and say emi mi hu ya na me be kan o you see ni say it go to a time where omo ya saade ni na omo to good ni na no the government was after them etichi omo nyina we go see to you go to lawo etichi omo nyina but yeah ade bi hwe ene no ahoho omo nyi kurom for me best mention ahoho bi omo mo dey it better to good no eden e de ko but yen kurom for no intimi to good no yen kurom for no eden omo timi enye this mate no nyese bia we chain yen timi yo nko for omo nim ye pa e wo obo ase nko for omo nim ye pa e wo ho even go dia e ken kra no so ni good mu se sen do on mo a ye wo we a obi betumi de one burner pure gold not the one burner Guinness bottle ya ye no obi betumi anyam coffee dia fra gold amount beko akoto wo the test bibie okay but final you know be separate the gold from that Guinness bottle no nti yesi obi aboka e bia wokoto 2 burners obema pure gold 1 burner no man yam sa bottle no so 1 burner no mo de afra na agyew the actual price no so salima we ni na say yen we nya obi ofri system ni mu kuro mo betumi attest yen se ni se amawa and na no mo di bunko for na you say be all the fake gold na amount no at least you half okay bent na makers azimo ya chichi sankofo ni nyina 83 obuasi sikafo ye line omo ukọ buasi a those days so ni enwo me omo sisi abrosan ewo ho ti omo nyina de omo ekofo ma omo ni ke ewiom ni e di tuo to bobo omo ni e ye nkwankwa ye de tetewo ne ye hwe de ekoso but ye kai go ni adwuma bi kakra bent na ma makers asemo we no ebesi enne ya platform so you can say in Ghana you need obi opeka say me na the richest man in Ghana. I think say obi amusa ne ho sa same way. I despite one ya muka say omo nyiro obi no iskani wo Ghana ho. Yen hye ben no. Yen hye ben ni Ghana ni opeka say me so de obeko Ghana Nigeria you say adeni ke your friend is saying
Aliko Dangote.
And Ghana you knew be our hosa speculation kekao Mahama Osika Kennedy Japan is because the crony crobia a baby beto so you see any pe yenya be brewase it's now yes so obeying who appears so yesikani medium richness say 83 84 85 ababisi 1993 asana bi wie sector ka mi fi eboase ti de course ho bia mu ye ya bechichi sikafo mu ko mu ni nyina yanku omo ye gya omo no wewu 2 weeks na we yewu saa ko kwanche omo nyina wu to aso nti because that you know oboase say ni saa goldsmith ni ade nyina obi e kra no a usuro me so ntumi nyo usuro but ahoho no ebi you see okrum ahoho na take advantage no obo abeto to nyina no waye me be wa rank Italy ring a shaman say that time me 20 years me turn 250 euros before games is 250 euros come to me dia komi krom aka good at me turn
yeah
and so be me can be say dey with you but me economy ko turn e kwa me fa so am dey be free obeba ba bia me won abeye no aka kra kutoka bi jina no ma be je free nsem kra atna ask na you okay me fa no to nchen yes bibi ti say ekrobi is your friend say alavanyo ti obi eni waka so munyama wa omuntumi nya den enye
True.
but ye kra etu free abontin de ba ekro ni mu no eti no say mo sa ma make ni nyina no me ka di kosi ba bi say aya na at times ye pese be blame the government of the day but nyoma be bro no so na omo no so omutumi den ejina
yeah say blame no masa men suru ayen obi antimi nya wo me blame say blame no alabanyo na wo ka no police fo me di police wo Ghana yetuo law ko a me yentimi enya alabanyo fo ne de koma wo
yes
police fo tuo aloke ana say egu na ebia wo duty na mistakenly wo butuo na o mpese wo be report na ye be tworo ye be write wo app no wo chichiri tuo na de ahye we mu na waje we ato o sergeant amount permit na wo de kwa alabanyo omo be fix ya ma o sesi AK47 no be ya ma brand new na wo de wa de akọ that's what is happening and that is the truth
yes enti na ka yentimi factory wo hono mu say etu ya ni please anasi ya de be yusu no kono mu ni na no omo produce ya de mfa mayen no ndan me ba Italy that was ya chewa kwantu no mu kakra me ba to motem nka
Ya tunka break it ya ba yete.
yeah Yeah.
You too can check akra. Me buy one Ghanaian man. That time on one know what me big Ghanaian no be adwuma Italy, Reggio Emilia, Brachas the unim. For Ghana for mo ni nyoma ni ade obefa wo. The stadium mo bo nyina ne ho mu nyina hye ne nsa. And the whole Sassuolo ebo mo matches. Mapel. Stadium na Sassuolo bo mo match no. Ni nyina ne hye samensa.
Yeah.
Of course, I can't say be true because of me didn't depend on no free Cape Coast. Tina money per myself. Okay, same that time I didn't think that the whole nation. I don't need the biggest issue that time. I know can't say if you have so Ghana your issue pa na you dealing with Forex Bureau na your individuals necessary you sit my yen. But I said my answer. Italy. So even dollar like a crowd was also I don't so we go post office and I say bank.
Right.
The funny thing is even Stansted Airport, that is literally by UK. Me could have 20 euros. 20 euros. And I was made person me sister pound na me nya bidi ye call. That any pano be sham baby or. 20 euros at that time no 2015. Normally £10 per ashe museum. But that time look at the exchange rate. Now neke me to me be about to say 17 euros. Omo tete me a mo ma £10 omo di kwen kitu ebi share museum ka. Abrofo person we say free omo krum. Abi omo ti kra ni South Forest exchange no. Ba ye ni ejaima. No Ghana. No Madina. Ye di sika ba. Never see my life Africa. Na motorway no so akotema casino. Dawo fo no. Na kosesa. Na maka from my general aside ya babak. Uhu mo duko to kale. Apade na show mo no dollars ne pounds ni euros ehye sa nkofo no pocket no. Ya o assistance kama no. Oni no mo ya ho ni jai o mo no ma take over our economy no. So udu tudu ni ade a mo teto adwuma o ya ne say first cabra no nsesa ma o. It is how many na no see to me here how many forest bureau owned by Ghanaians. It is a young to me tackle Sanyoma women kakran ni nyina no a ye dey for so be dey aye betumi aye because Bible said your friend is saying a good man leaveth inheritance for his children. I can say your children or your children. May the be end the me ba be kan so no. Yeah, what platform is I think say ejedu can same me the power but say me refi kaka but me the power. Me betumi aye a me so meja me legacy. If you say dan kwa na wo si a edan no me nya wa say wo si dan ya wo fi o si dan ya e be 1500 years no. We say antique. Udini ho a uhwe say ya hu Austria, uhwe say ya hu Germany. Ye koye camp meeting e Roman and Florida. That time na ye call ye no. That was 2005, 2006. Na Florida na di over 1,500 years. Now we being na a demo no Saturday you can say team no one say yes on beto team man who say being a team ya pai mu mienu pe na de that dan no so if people be strike people no hu kru ni na Germany essence hu Austria e ka ho e udini si asem na make no so if ye bia no ye mfa ni say dan na be si no Ghana me make sure dan ya me si no me na mu ba no a no be si hu e dan na me si ho no I was say yes something like antique. Midin it because something because me na way ni see sa die way. And the UK has even mirror keke kra no. Mirror keke boho no. You bet me trauma over $1,500. As no ye say African who sa de no. Because of say ye check. So entina ye nyoma bi ho na ye educate ye ho no. The government has its own role to play. Also, na yes, you to me then. because you can't say aban on me anyway. But the being is leader no also make it policy no. Or not also make it policy because Kwabra Kotoka, a young boy at the age of I think say minimum because that time we see the car be by and not talk. Can or talk no. Now you change no. Or the Ghanaian until some throw na guy no. If you know stuff, na go first AGC football club no footballers na near their more or team our Kwabra for so. It is say how long the better try say yet obunya kabia no a e wo se ka wo hye it doesn't matter say nipa no ye pick your this or ye bioni or ye dieni o when you scan no kro no kwa just that chance of kaya civil it get for time we invade tax because of so the TV stations that were Russia near they are the that time will be that they born as human is 2 years no punishment ben of the man no almost for community keke because as a former prime minister oko serve community oko serve mu and any entire no can disgrace the chronic class almost okay punishment but young good adwuma o ye no bi no kula se adwuma o ye because why employ for and adwuma no so no it your tax ema ekuro no but ye na ye hu nipa ne ba one after the dey plan say ni onye o tribe member crowd ye no dey time crime person better cry so you know your perception your mindset you know as I said the Bible no say then repent no can you see the renewal of our mind.
Yeah.
And can say repent open no see change your mind, renewal of our mind. It you know education but yes I think yes starting free baby obedu bia no atwa so no obi so abefa no dey call nti na nuan we dey said by ya mention obi so betumi abaso bi no me de ma no be si wa ha.
Yeah, brother that's
Abusia for Mr. Charles na Kasan Farm Delight also na de ne dia ba no also a farmer to say the SOS members nyina farmers no nti no mo wo hwe ne channel so cha kwana so sky woman na nyina into na mo wo and then the first time one any dia mo subscribe my na into na mo wo na yeni nkomo sinya comment odi Obacho na sinya comment ma me mere sinya comment bra na be kan wodi 1 minute kura na ebebo ama obi so adwena ba ne ho so ya fan krosu
Mazao mayambon yabon obeyiniti
maybe I am right can one who can policies on the beto so I go smith your moye say those times na go smith no the hold it gold in like ubia bibia omo na come nchen nti the system they brought they say they find a way gold in be buying chain which is them and as our system no
but what me person me can say Mr. Wada ni die mu na yen fancy na yen na so na fe yen nkobo abusia for nyame adoma Monday senior Andrews what the yebefa cash fishing or the ebe do musuko no aboye su na or the apie it will pay na go and multiply and one no it mamo make say cash fishing there no Friday next week Friday and topic no this time they may try some may fry about now I yet me distributing them because I know that it's them and next week Friday and also yeah the area me sure say I just be it and go for na so ma here ja
on the day so tie ni pan so
ya bin show bibia mo ko dam ko here you know videos so no nyame ado na mbrebe wa ye one day bia the bi baba na wa hwe mo subscribe na mo nhwe na every day bia me share thought a life experience e bi mo so dia o mo ma share me de ba Emma was also no bibia city bia share your next video Monday bra Friday bra Mind the just and shut down your face. Idea say program be one deba. Friday na say your face ya and kasansa. Ya mi sure mo nyina.
Bye.
Bye bye. Yemfa sia.